20 seconds or so to catch up to us, and then we will be underway here. Actually, as I say it, here we go.
So we are starting near Vanilla Level 1's location. And yes, that's right, folks. The maps are inverted. They are mirrored. So if you are accustomed to playing the vanilla game, well, things are about to get a little bit different as we have Random Effect and Fred Coughlin finding their first bonus cave, and they're going to pick up the candle. That's a good, smart move here. Now, remember, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that the map was inverted. This is something that is new to me even. So, this will be definitely be something chaotic. You're used to seeing things go a certain way. They're going to go a different way. It's going to be like, oh, wait, which way am I going? Oh, which way? No, go down, up, down, no.
Now, some of these runners did take part in last night's Groundhog Day race.
Ooh.
We're not going to spoil what the results were, so you may want to check the VODs on what happened to your favorite runners during that specific race. This is a brand new set of flags here.
I need to point out, in case anyone missed it, Unos picked up the ladder as the Armos item today. So Armos gave up the ladder.
Very, very nice. So we can mark that on his side of the board. So good start for these runners here.
So if there's a ladder block, that'll be a great thing to find right away. We're not going to have to deal with that ladder block on his side. I'm sure the other runners will come upon it very, very quickly as well. It's just a question of when.
Adaginos finds level 8. Unfortunately, that is not one of the 2 items found in level 8. And we find our small secret behind the vanilla money-making game spot, and it's a nickel. Not very good. But the medium's pretty good on Fred Coughlin's side at 36 rupees, so that'll wash away the downfall of the small.
And for those wondering, the Crypty book lock hint is, this is the test of the emergency broadcast system.
Yes, the good old test that we'd hear like around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a certain day of the week. Random Effect finds level 7, and Fred Coughlin finding level 2, one of the smaller dungeons. We are dealing with shapes, so we get to play the everybody's favorite game show of Name That Inkblot, and we have Lord Banana, so Fred Coughlin now has 2 bananas in his possession. Unfortunately, they don't act as progression items, so nothing happens there, but that just does happen to be our level 2 item. It is another boomerang.
It's just nice having that banana in their possession to start with as well, because it means that we have the ability to kill these those annoying keys, those annoying gels that are appearing there. So that's a nice thing to have starting out. Normally you end up having to go through here trying to just make your way through without weaponry, but this at least counts as weaponry.
But look at this. Speaking of weaponry, Random Effect found the wooden sword, which is right next door to Vanilla Level 3. So a great find here by Random Effect. And he gets another Take Any Cave. He'll pick up the heart container. That means he's got a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item if he can find it. Now, the key for these runners is to gain as much knowledge of this seed as possible. Because again, after 45 minutes, they must start the seed over from scratch. You got to get all 8 Triforces and rescue either Link, Zelda, or Ganon, depending on which sprite these runners are playing.
That is correct. And Random Effect playing the bomb holes here. We do have a mixed overworld in the, I call it mixed first quest overworld, but it is mixed overworld, it looks like, in some ways, because they are testing different bomb spots here. So to make sure they get the right one here.
You know what I like about this, Cyclone? We have 4 featured runners, and they are playing as 4 different sprites. That's something you don't see every day.
Yes.
Random Effect, he's playing as Zelda. We have Unos playing as Marin. Fred Coughlin playing as a Gibdo, one of Ganon's minions. And Adaginos playing as Link.
And they're also playing in completely different locations as well. In fact, Random Effect just found level 2, checking out the what's within. Unos going to Vanilla level 1 entrance right now, and Adaginos and Fred are both in different parts of the overworld.
Unos finding a bonus cave behind Vanilla level 1. He'll pick up his candle. Fred Coughlin, meanwhile, he got his wood sword. So 2 of our feature runners so far know the location of the sword. Now, this is a mixed quest overworld, so unfortunately for Adaginos, that Monocle Rock is unbombable this time around.
And Adaginos up in the top left, which is normally, of course, the top right corner, because we have the inverted overworld. There's level 1 in what would normally be the top row, fourth from the right.
By the way, also keep in mind, Cyclone, that dungeon hearts are now part of the item shuffle, so you're going to have to keep that in mind. So level 1 normally has 2 items, but for all we know, it could have 3 heart containers. Your normal heart drop, and the 2 items could also be heart containers. On the other hand, you could see a dungeon that's got 3 items. There's a heart container in level 2, so we now know our 2 items in level 2. One's a heart container, and the other was a boomerang.
And that is correct. Being able to know that any dungeon can potentially have 2 items just because of the mix of the heart containers in there changes how you approach a dungeon. Because you can go into a dungeon normally, find the item in the second screen in, and be like, well, don't need to check for anything else. But now they're going to have to keep looking.
That's right. We found a medium secret on Yuno's side for 36 rupees. Here's a secret for Random Effect. He'll also find 36 rupees. Fred Coughlin in level 7 right now. Now, anybody who altered the name of the level type is going to get the word zone. If they didn't shuffle that up, they'll have the normal conventional word level.
And it looks like Random Effect has found a potion shop there near the vanilla start. So, no letter. We're going to have to come back to that later if you want medicine.
Speaking of the letter, the magical sword is in the letter's location. But again, with this being only 45 minutes, I don't see magical sword in any runner's future because you just don't have enough time to get that many hearts.
I don't see Megs coming up at all today, just as you said, because by the time you get the hearts to get that, you're coming close to your 45-minute limit, and any mistake then, you're starting over.
That's correct. Random Effect found level 6, but he is opting not to play it at the moment as Anaginos finds a nickel. We had seen that earlier. There's the letter on Fred Coughlin's side. Let's see where he ended up finding that possession in the dead wood.
Lower left in the dead woods, yeah.
Yep, and another Taken cave for Yunos. He's already up to 5 hearts, so if he finds the White Sword Cave, he'll have a 2 in 3 chance of picking up whatever the prize might be.
Our coast item is a heart container, we can confirm if we haven't seen that already.
All right, so again, all heart containers are part of the shuffle.
And that's by chance as well. That's a vanilla heart container.
Yes, indeed. A good chance, of course, because again, there's a lot more heart containers than just the one. There's now 9 heart containers in the shuffle.
That's right.
So we have 7 heart containers left in play for sure. There's the Take Any Roads for Random Effect. Pretty expensive candle at 77 rupees, possible maximum of 80. So good thing these runners found early Take Any caves. There's a wood sword for Yunos. Check the bush here at vanilla level 8, and it does unlock, and we have another potion shop, so no business there for Random Effect. Fred finds the location of the magical sword, nothing doing for him.
And Adgenos does pick up the heart container from the coast. He has the ladder as well, obviously, so he can do that. Looks like the left runners have not picked up the ladder from the Armos yet, so they will get there eventually. Random Effect, I think, is close. It's just a matter of getting to the screen that has it.
Ooh, look at the price of both the bombs and the wooden arrows. 27 for a 4-pack of bombs and the maximum 100 for wooden arrows. So hopefully for these runners' sake, silver arrows is easily accessible.
As with money, I didn't catch what the different amounts of the secrets were, but the ruby counts ranging right now from 5 to 32.
We have not found a large secret yet. Again, we're dealing with mixed first quest, so there is going to be 3 large secrets, but none of our featured runners have found one of them yet. Yunos has found level 7, and yes, 1 for Fred Coughlin. This could be a big find potentially here for Fred because there are 3 drops here. One of them is going to be behind a staircase, and 2 of them are going to be floor drops.
And he has a sword, so he's going to be able to go through the level a lot easier than some other runners who may not pick up the sword.
Blue ring shops tonight are going to be irrelevant because, again, as I had mentioned before the start of the race, all runners will be starting with the blue ring, so that shop can be completely ignored tonight.
That is, if nothing else, only as a matter of convenience, because in 45 minutes to take the time you need to get the money to get the blue ring, give yourself that extra protection to go fight the big pig, that's time you would then lose having to do the other things you need to do, and again, you could run out of time easily.
That's right. Speaking of time, there is a rule set after the 4th day. So when the 4th day comes, which happens at 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 1 second, at that point, the runners can take as much time as they need to complete the sea. They won't have to be subject to having to reset after the 2:15:01 mark.
That's a good rule as well. That's just in case it turns out to be a really difficult seed and requires a lot of work to get through it.
Oh, speaking of a lot of work, Cyclone, we find the large secret on Unos, and it is a doozy, 56 rupee.
Yeah, that is not good. And if you want to know what kind of difficulty a seed with expensive shops can give you, get a low number of rupees like that, and that'll tell you.
That's Groundhog Day all over again for me because the game knew that I was doing commentary. You know how I like the big money, a large secret, so that's anything but big money.
Yep, that would be what we call in the business a whammy.
Yep, absolutely. And there are 3 of those whammies in somewhere in the overworld. We're still trying to find some items here in level 1. I don't know if Fred found anything, but he might have been... Fred might have been ladder block, but RE is not random. Not ladder block. He's trying to bomb some Dodongos here to... fill up his fodder to the maximum 8, but the Dodongos, being what we like to call troll dongos, having a little bit of a struggle here because they can walk on water. Hey, they can walk on water. Hey, that's pretty normal. If you've ever played the Oracle games, your Dodongo buddy, whose name is Dimitri, he walks on water.
They are very, very talented, those creatures.
Oh, but look at this!
The white sword.
Yes, so clearing the Dodongos gives you the white sword, one of the 3 items here in level 1 that's going to double the attack power.
So that will double the attack power, and that's a very, very useful find, especially knowing that Migs is most likely not going to be found today, or not picked up anyway.
Right you are. Now here, if this is not a segmented level 1, again, we're dealing with shapes, this could be the second of the 3 items here. Random effect going to clear these bunnies here. No drop. Let's see if this is segmented. Well, another heart container. So 3 down, 6 to go, and RE will say no to that.
Yep, that heart container is the second of the 3 items. So we have a white sword and a heart container so far. We gotta wrap it up with something fun. How about another heart container?
Well, that would be the 4th out of the 9 if that's the case, but there's a key which Random Effect desperately needed. He's down to a half a heart, so he's going to have to be careful, and Adaginos finally finds his wood sword, so he can now start doing some combat in the dungeons. Ooh, fairly tough room here. Oh, he does get a heart drop from the gorilla there, and there's the map, and our first...
And yep, I think we can say at this point, ladies and gentlemen, name that ink blot.
That would be somebody rowing on one of those canoes, I guess.
I was thinking it was a person myself, so I'll go with that.
All right. So here's another bunny room for Random Effect. It is not segmented, so there are no other staircases here in level 1. So he's just looking for both the Triforce and the 3rd item.
Reading chat, they are calling the ink blot a microscope. That's their go for that. So anyone else watching, take your guess at it, and... no wrong answer.
No wrong. Now, Random Effect looks like he full cleared that level 1, so if he did get another item, I didn't see it.
I didn't see a 3rd item myself.
For all we know, it might have been another heart container, like you said, Cyclone, and Adaginos in level 2 right now. Again, we have the boomerang and a heart container are the 2 items here. Unos will check behind the Armos here. Nothing of value there, and that is... actually a cheap, medium-priced magical shield, but because this is a poverty seed, no go.
I have to interrupt you here, because apparently Random Effect picked up the bow. I'm wondering if that was the 3rd item in level 1, because we're being told he has the bow.
Had to be. And if that's the case, chat, you know what to do about it.
They've already been doing it.
Oh! Unfortunately, a door repair penalty for Fred, and it looks like it's on the steep side. That's at least 21 rupees. I didn't get a full count on that, but it's a steep door repair penalty. It's anywhere between 15 and 25. It was definitely over 20.
Taking a look at the replay right now, it was a 36 on that rupees on Fred.
Yeah, that's how much the medium secret is worth. I was checking on what the door repair penalty is. There's 9 of them scattered through. Oh, that's all right. There's 9 of them scattered throughout Hyrule, and Yuno's going to check the bomb spot here in Death Mountain, and he's going to find a medium secret for 36. Heart Container is the white sword item that Fred just picked up.
And Random Effect takes a punch of damage as he enters level 5, or level 8 rather. That's in the, I believe that was the vanilla level 5 location. Yeah, it was the vanilla level 5 location, so still a level there.
Yep, right you are, and RE unfortunately is going to discover that that is not one of the 3 potential items here in level 8, so he's going to go ahead and take down these orange Dark Nuts. It's already full on bombs. We have a new level on Fred's side. This is level 4.
I think level 3 is new as well, actually. I don't remember seeing level 3 with Yunos. He's found the Triforce there, however, so that's out of the way.
Yep, he found it immediately, and we do have an ink blot in level 8. It's a big one, and it is segmented. Contestants, name that ink blot.
I got nothing.
It's 1 room bigger than 33 rooms of pure destruction. This is 34 rooms. It looks like the Starship Enterprise launching off of a, I'm trying to think of the word, a starbase.
Okay. Meanwhile, we still have no books, so everyone is still getting a test of the emergency broadcast system. We won't know any of the hints until we do see that booklet at some point, if it even shows up before we get to level 9.
Ooh, Adaginos was trying to play money-making game, and he hit a whammy for minus 33 rupees, so he's down to just a single rupee, so he can't play anymore.
Yeah, gambling will do that to you.
And he finds another casino. So it looks like we have found the casino district of Hyrule here. We find... whoa! Recorder in level 4. Hello!
And that is a good find. That's going to... It only opens, I think, 1 location in the first quest overworld, but it is something we can check, get out of the way, and confirm whether that is required to beat the game before we get to the 45-minute limit.
And we now have some bombs that are just ripe for the taking, which Random Effect doesn't need. Good kill of that 2-headed Gleeok there. So Adaginos finds another Take Any Cave. He'll pick up the heart container. He has 5 hearts on the board. To answer a question in chat, all 8 Triforces are needed to be eligible to go into level 9. So you got to find all 8 Triforces, defeat the beast, and rescue either Princess Zelda, Link, or Ganon, all in 45 minutes.
And the reason he says Princess Zelda, Link, or Ganon is because based on whatever sprite you're playing as, that's what changes who the person you're rescuing is.
That is correct, and level 8 here has a push block. This could be... No, that's the second set of transport staircases, because again, we're dealing with a segmented level 8, so we have 2 sets of transport staircases and 2 item staircases.
Oh, Random Effect is playing Find That Bomb Hole, finds another one, and a bunch of bats.
That's always good. After 45 minutes, they must reset and start the seed over from scratch, hence the name, the Groundhog's Day race. There's a map for level 3, not segmented for a change. Usually level 3 is a big-time candidate for a segmented level, so this is going to be one of our items here behind this Diamond State share case. Name that level.
You mean name that ink blot?
Yeah, name that ink blot. Red Candle is the item, and Yunos thought about picking it up, but he's just throwing a boomerang to it. He's not going to pick it up. And again, Red Candle is nice early, but it's not really a nice item in a Groundhog Day flag.
As for the ink blot, I'm going to call it a duck crouching.
Right. There's a hint shop for Fred, but without the book, they mean absolutely nothing. He certainly had the rupees to afford purchasing the hints, but there's nothing you can do without the book. And Random Effect still not able to find an item staircase. He's having some tough luck there. So one of those 3 staircase rooms he's found is going to take him to that 7-room segment in the northeast. And
that could be where the item staircase is located. So if that is the case, then he won't find it anywhere in this main area. Of course, he's going to clear out as much as he can the main area first before he tries.
Hard to say at this point, but he makes quick work. Here's the
There's
4th
one.
staircase. So this is got to be an item, which
That's
is
an
a heart
item.
container.
Yep, heart container is one item. Now we have another item to find on the floor.
Correct, and one more item to be found behind. It's going to be the floor drop, which is always the toughest one for us commentators to find, because sometimes it'll be on their feet, the runner's feet.
Yeah, they're so hard for us to find sometimes when they're when they're picked up just instantly like that. If we have time to see it before it's picked up, that's when we're usually able to tell you what it is right away. I think Random Effect did take care of the entire main area. He's decided he's going to leave and come back later for the other section because he's concluded the Triforce is up there.
Yeah, that's correct. So he'll come back to that, I would imagine, during his second day. And level 6, we find the book, a huge find for 8gen.
Yes, that is a huge find for him and a huge find for us as well, because now we're going to possibly get to see some of the information, and he'll probably try to find some of that information as he runs out of time, because he's going to want to know anything else he might not already know about the seed by that point.
He's only got 45 rupees to his name, so he's not going to be able to purchase very many hints, and it decides to ignore the money-making game at this time. Fred now stumbles upon level 6 himself. And Random Effects checking to see if there is a bomb hole here. There is no guarantee. Here's a bomb upgrade. Hey, it's the maximum bomb upgrade. 6 extra bombs for 106 rupees. That is a solid bomb upgrade in my book.
Not a bad deal at all. That's pretty good. So that's going to be 14 bombs. And that's going to really help when they get around to level 9, even especially, and they have to find all the bomb holes. And
of course, this may be the only time you see Fred make that purchase, because again, only 45 minutes, but in the first day, those 14 bombs are going to help Fred explore a lot of these dungeons, gain more information. You know, it's up to 7 hearts right now, and Random Effect going to check the forgotten spot, and he's going to find that it has a secret worth 56 rupees, one of the 3 larges.
Yep, that was the large secret we saw earlier, and that's a very puny large secret, needless to say.
Yep. Just not your day, is it? Is our door repair penalty message. Adaginos was able to up an A in time to avoid paying the steep penalty. Here's a hint he can buy. A feat of strength will lead to the silver arrow. That means power bracelet is required unless we haven't checked the graveyard yet, because the graveyard stone, which is where the magical sword normally is in the vanilla game, Raft is not required to beat this seed. He'll retry, and the reason why he's retrying is because he can get his rupees back while being able to purchase all 3 hints. The last one says, Dodongo dwells with the boomerang. Unfortunately for everybody, that's old news.
Yeah, you were beating me to it. I was going to explain that as well, and also point out the second hint which he found, which was sail not to save the princess. So the raft will not be needed as well today. We can discern from that.
Yeah, the power bracelet is almost certainly going to be required unless there is a level behind the vanilla magical sword spot, because a feat of strength and that block, that's that gravestone, qualifies as a feat of strength. We have a Triforce on Fred's side of the board, and a new level. Gorilla grumbles with the raft. Raft's in 7.
Step over the water to reach the book. Well, thanks, game.
That means the book is ladder blocked, and there's one more hint left to go.
Well,
but
it's also worth noting. It's also worth noting he already has the book, obviously.
Correct. But it does tell us that the ladder is needed to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And Yunos finds his recorder here in level 4. And holy smokes, look at the ink blot on Fred's side. This is a triple segmented level 5. Name that ink blot.
That's Random Effect who I think has it. And
that
is some weird conglomeration of garbage. I don't even have anything for it.
Yeah, it's, you took the words right out of my mouth there, Cycle. I've got nothing on it either. So now Fred checking where the medicine shop is, but unfortunately he's missing the mark on his bombs. Good thing he has that upgrade, but there's just a casino there, so nothing doing here. So one of these staircases here in level 5 is is a staircase that I like to refer to as a stealth staircase, a staircase that leads you to a water. Oh,
It's
look at
not that
this! It's definitely not that one. Instead, it's the item. So he has found everything in level 5. It's the any key. Very nice find for random effect.
And Fred will find that in here as well if he looks correctly in the right places for it. After my 20% cut, you get 36 rupees. Is our money message?
Yep, that is the money. That is the secret message for every secret that we find.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
No, I don't.
Well, I'll tell you what is required. That power bracelet is now, we can confirm, most definitely required. There is no level behind the gravestone. These runners are now less than 20 minutes away from being forced to reset and start the seed over from scratch.
It's worth knowing as well that the 45 minutes is not something that's hard-coded into the game as well. It's actually just more of an honor system type thing. They can reset whenever they wish to start their 45 minutes once again if they feel they have enough information. So this could be something a runner can do in the second day, as you refer to it, to get some extra information before making an actual run, maybe after 15-20 minutes in the second go.
And we have random effect finding the final take any cave. He'll pick up the potion, which will refill his health twice. Okay, it went from 192 to 24 rupees, so it's one short of the maximum. That is our door repair penalty in this seed.
When you have 56 as your large, that's a huge penalty.
You better believe it. Yunus is now in level 6. He's going to find his book here, and Fred Coughlin finding his magical key here in level 5. So he has everything down. Knowing where the Triforce would be a bonus because, again, he needs to know where the Triforce is. All 8 Triforces must be found to gain access to level 9.
And Yunus is working in level 6 right now. I'm not sure if we've seen a lot of information from level 6 yet, so this is something I'm going to try to watch here, what he finds there. He's in a very, very difficult room right now, very leggy room with a lot of blue Gorillaz in it. That is torture. Now it's starting to ease out a little bit.
Ooh, a big hint for 8-Gen. Gliok returns with the red ring, so we now know that there is a red ring in level 8.
Yes. That'll be huge for him because that's extra power, extra defense as Agen gets his magical key as well. That's going to be extra defense, especially when you're not working with a lot of hearts when you're making the final run to try and make it through a 45-minute cycle.
Right you are. Now, it's not really a necessity item that these runners are going to go for, but if they find it along the way, of course, it's an extra bonus.
Of course. If they know where it is, they may stop to pick it up.
Absolutely, indeed. Yunus in level 6. Now, we do know that the book was the staircase item. We don't know what the floor item is in level 6, however. It could be a heart container. Yunus, by the way, up to 9 hearts. That's a lot of hearts to have in 28 minutes in.
Yunus also just got like by the like. I don't know if he had a magic upgrade shield or not, but he just lost it if he did.
Not a chance. Again, magical shield, considering this is a poverty seed, that is really not going to be a viable purchase tonight.
No. And we have the level 6 ink block. So once again, contestants, name that ink block.
Space Invader.
Yeah, that's easily a Space Invader.
Yep, and it's a big level 6 as it typically is. This is, hey guys, 33 rooms of pure torture. It is 33 rooms, the same size as level 7.
You going for the Smash TV reference here?
Yes. Indeed.
I'm waiting for the Hulk Hogan now. You know that.
Oh, you want me to do the Hulk Hogan?
No, you don't have to.
Right. Who knows? I might sneak one on you. We'll see. We'll see, Cyclone. We'll see. You know,
So, go ahead.
Money's here. There's nothing here.
And Adriano's going backwards through the Lost Woods. Really, it's really different going through this and thinking, okay, now I have to look at it backwards if I want to go through it. So
There's a Take Any Cave, and we have some money behind Recorder Lake, just a nickel.
Not a lot of money.
That's better than having a door per penalty there. Those are the worst. I used to think the raft spots were the worst, but I've been calling them docking fees. But the worst one to me is Recorder Lake. But yeah, anytime there's a door per penalty on a raft spot, I call it a docking fee.
Makes sense.
And Uno's clearing that room here in level 6. Fred finding nothing of interest here in Vanilla level 3. Random Effect exploring Death Mountain. And Genos checking what's normally kind of a forgotten spot sometimes, the southwestern corner, which acts as the southeastern corner tonight.
Mm-hmm. We're in the lower left corner right now. Obviously, it doesn't look like the lower left corner, which is you were referring to. Didn't see anything in there of worth that I could recall. So, yeah, after 20% cut, it was just a 56 secret.
Correct. So really nothing of a big-time value there. Random Effect finding out that the white sword item is a heart container. No need for him to pick it up with his caliber of play, so he'll just leave it behind.
Especially no point now when you might need the extra few seconds to find something else.
Correct. There's a little over 14 minutes left for these runners to gain as much knowledge as they possibly can in the seed, because at the 45-minute mark, they got to start over from scratch and try the whole thing again and see if they can get a little bit further.
And in effect, try and find that bomb hole, not working at all.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough here if you're not used to knowing where the spots are. Typically, remember, everything is inverted, including the location of the bomb spots and the burn bush spots, but it's in the same spot relative to its normal flip side, as it were.
Now, this is level 3. Unos already found this and found the Triforce, which is right there in the first room you walk into. So he's going to wisely kill the land moles, at least get them possibly out of the way.
Moldorms, actually. The land moles are the danger.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. He's trying to kill them, so he does have to deal with them when he comes back. And there they go.
To be fair, though, in Link to the Past, those two enemies, their looks are inverted. They're reversed.
Right.
So I can see where you would make that error. And I think a lot of people make that error, but no worries.
I know it is. I just called it the wrong thing. My mistake.
I've done it before, too.
He's doing his hint search right now, so he's doing the buy hint reset tactics right now.
You know what? Based off of what we have seen so far, there is no question about it. The silver arrows are in level 9.
And level 9 is probably locked by the power bracelet.
That is correct. We now know for a fact that level 9 is power bracelet required, and the silver arrows are going to be in level 9. We now know that for a fact.
Now, because we know they are power bracelet locked, they have to be, because we've seen all the other levels, I think.
And I'm going to give an item recap. We are 33 minutes in here.
Let's hold that until we reset. Because we can recap at that point.
I think that's a great idea.
Yep.
And we didn't see all 3 hints on 8-gen side. At least I don't think so. We had Step Over the Water to reach the book. That was old news. And the one for 53 is Gleok lurks with the magic boomerang. So we now know that level 4, the other item in level 4, the drop, the one on the floor, is the scrap metal.
We're also being told by one of our community members, Adirondack Rick, that the raft is in level 7 as well. So apparently we didn't catch. Apparently I missed that.
No, I did have that written down that level 7 has the raft. We know that because of the hint, Korea grumbles with the raft. So
yes.
We knew that. Yeah, we knew that.
But we do also know that it is not required because we did see the hint sail not to save the princess.
Correct. Unos checking the white sword location. He's able to sneak by all of the riffraff there, those Lionels, and that's just a potion shop, but nothing doing there for Unos. No money, and look out. He's able to get through it a second time. Amazing stuff there from Unos. Random Effect finding a clock here, and this is where the red candle is, and considering that we're less than 11 minutes done for being complete, there is no way he's going to pick this up.
No, not right now. And
All
Fred
right.
going through the Lost Hills, he's going to make his way into level 8, getting to the top of that. And he's going to start looking around in there.
Correct. And we know that 2 of the 3 items in level 8 is a heart container and a red ring. So he's going to find this is the transport. He's going to take the transport. So we are going to see where this takes him to. Nope.
This will probably... Nope, this is going to take him across the level. So the other transport staircase, it looks like there's just the one that takes you over to that 7-room segment that we know is over there. And that seems to be where the Triforce and the item most likely are located.
That is correct. So Fred in level 8, both Random Effect and Anagenos in level 3, and Yunos trying to find another level. So Random Effect going to clear these Moldorms here. He is looking for the drop. That's a key, which is not going to help him, but he's going to pick it up anyways because it's in his way.
Got some bombs for a reward for clearing that room.
Yep, didn't need them, but that's the knowledge he'll know. And there's the heart container. Fred will bypass it. We had seen that earlier. We are still looking for the item that is on the ground. It could be the red ring, or the red ring could be the second item in a staircase.
Correct. And there's another packet of bombs. Now again, we know there's nothing else down here that we are aware of. So we're waiting for him to get to that upper corner. And given there's only 9 minutes left before the switch to the second day, I can see him wanting to dig this out as much as he can, because this is a level that will be painful to dig later if you haven't already done it.
Absolutely, indeed. Now, Adaginos knows where the Triforce is here in level 3. Fred's still trying to find the rest of the items here in level 8. Random Effect in level 4, but he's got a Dig Dogger to deal with, and with no recorder, he cannot progress to that eastern room.
Yunos is clearing the recorder spot. He's going to get his, I think you said about a nickel in there.
Yep, a nickel, yep.
And Random Effect finding his recorder, so he'll note that down for later.
Adaginos finds the red candle, and he's going to up an A, I believe, or he's going to do something with that red candle, because looks like he's taking down some notes here, because he's got his game paused at the moment. Fred's still here in level 8, and I see he's going to go ahead and up an A. He now knows that that item is not going to help him, and he's done with level 3.
So we are now 7.5 minutes from the dawn of the second day. And Random Effect is still wandering through level 4. Yunos is heading up to the top of Death Mountain. And it looks like Fred is also, well, he was paused. Now he's back in the game.
Yep, he decided to up an A, and this may be all for level 8 for Fred. Now he's going to keep on exploring, and we see that Adaginos is in level 1. He will find a bow, a white sword, and a heart container in this one.
And now Fred is doing a save. So he wanted to get out of level 8, and he wanted to save his progress at this point.
Yep, that is correct. So Adaginos here in level 1. That is the bait block, but we now know the bait is not required to beat the seed. Random Effect going
and heard the nice little health refill there. He had a little medicine on hand. And the whistle on the Dig Dogger, and we're going to get to see what's Dig Dogger locked here.
Yeah. I don't know if the recorder is required. He's going to do this technique where you take down one of the 3 segments of the Dig Dogger, you leave the room and come back, you clear out the rest of it, and there's another Dig Dogger.
But that could be hiding an item as well, so it might not be a bad idea just to take that out to see what it's hiding. But he's going to try and clear out as much of the level as he can to confirm other areas first.
We know that the other item in level 4 is the magical boomerang. We know that via a hint we received earlier. There's a heart container for Yunos. We had already seen that on a couple players' side. The Any key is our staircase item in level 5.
There's our map for level 4. There's our microscope again.
By the way, in case you were curious, we have double Recorder Lake this seed. The Recorder Lake that's in Vanilla Level 3 second quest had a Take Any Cave.
Now, Random Effect still hasn't found the book, so he's not going to have access to a lot of the information that 8gen and who else? I think it was Unos had it. They both had the book, and they have that information that Random Effect didn't, or maybe it was Fred, not Unos.
8gen left the third third Dodongo behind. Little does he know, if he would have cleared that third Dodongo, he would have gained the knowledge that the white sword would have been one of the items here in level 1.
Yeah, that's going to be a sync to the combat in his day 2 attempt here, as he finds a heart container in that spot.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a sync to his combat. I mean, obviously it would help him. A guy with Adagino's caliber doesn't necessarily need the white sword to complete a seed, but it's one of those things where he's going to miss out on the knowledge of one of the items left in play, you see.
Yeah, that's true. But it does take twice as long for all the battles as well, which is what I was getting at. But yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, also true, because as you can see, Random Effect dealing with all these blue wizards here in level 4. This has been a painful level 4 for Random Effect. We are down to our last 4 minutes of day 1 here on this Groundhog Days race.
And once we do get to the end of the first day, we're going to go ahead and reset the tracker, because obviously we're not going to have any of those items anymore at that point. So we'll reset the tracker and we'll start from the beginning.
Yep, absolutely. And at that point, we will give you an item recap of what we definitely know about the seed up to this point. Fred finding the heart container in level 1, which he's going to ignore. He did get his white sword. He was able to clear the triple Dodongo room there in the Chevy room, so he's got his double attack power for the next 3 minutes.
And he'll be happy to know that's there as well for the next go.
Now Unos knows about the heart container in level 2, and with less than 3 minutes, he's going to try to discover the location of the Triforce now.
Agent just found the bow.
Yep.
So at this point, he's not worried about picking up the bow right now, obviously, because he knows he's going to be... Actually, I think he already reset his timer. He's gone ahead and
cleared the board. Yep, so Adaginos is starting over. Again, that is legal. You don't have to take all 45 minutes. You can start it less than 45 minutes in, but you cannot spend more than 45 minutes on a single turn. And it looks like Fred might be considering the same thing here with only 2 minutes left to go in day 1. Is he waiting it out?
He might be just thinking about how he wants to route the seed. I know this is something that you can sometimes do once you know where certain things are. You just want to take the extra couple minutes to review where you want to go while you have that time on that 45-minute cycle before the next cycle begins.
Yep, Fred is going to go ahead and clear the board here, and he is going to start over. So this is day 2 for Fred. He is 43 minutes committed, so about the 88-minute mark, that's 1 hour 28 minutes, is when he'll have to reset next.
And then we will have a mandatory reset for other true runners in about a minute and a half when they get to the 45-minute point.
That is correct. So Adaginos, some runners, and you know, it's a runner's preference. Some runners will continue to use the same clock, as you can see on Fred's side, while others will just start it back at 0, like on Adaginos' side.
It kind of looks weird for us, but I know it is a runner preference thing. They will do whatever is easier for them, obviously, not for us.
Yep, so we're down to our last minute for both Random Effect and Unos, so they now, just in time, Unos is going to find out about that magical key, and at 0 keys, that is going to be a very good find for him, but unfortunately, that any key is not going to go to work for very long, because in less than a minute, he's going to have to reset along with Random Effect.
Yep, in about 45 seconds, he's going to have to reset.
Yep, so Random Effect trying to make his last-second exploration. He's checking the whistle spots here in the desert because, again, we're dealing with mixed first quest overworld, so the whistle spots that are in the desert potentially could be in play.
You know, so you get the hint Dig Dogger Gaze is at the grave, so he did get that hint out of the way anyway. We're now at 20 seconds out. And Random Effect checking out the Take Any in that recorder spot.
Yep, so now he knows he won't have to check it again, and we're now down to 10,
you know,
9,
resetting.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time is up. Random Effect will up an A and start the seed over.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the start of this race between these four wonderful runners today. We'll tell you what we know about the seed so far.
Here's what we know about the seed so far. This is day 2. We have in level 1 a white sword, a heart container, and a bow. Level 2 had a boomerang and a heart container. Level 3 has the red candle. We never saw the second item. Might be a heart container. Level 4 has a recorder and the magical boomerang. Level 5 has a heart container and an any key. Level 6 has the book. Don't know about the second item. Level 7 has the raft. I don't know about the second item. These runners haven't... Wait a minute! Wait just a minute. You know how I said that the silver... Wait, we have seen level 7. That's right. We have seen level 7, but nobody's explored it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're fine. False alarm. Level 8 has a heart container, a red ring. We don't know about the third item. We know by process of elimination and a hint that level 9 is power bracelet block, and it has the silver arrows. The armor statue item was the ladder, and the ladder item on the coast and the white sword item are both heart containers.
And that's what we know so far. We may end up having someone complete the seed based on this kind of knowledge, or we may have someone taking some time to check some other locations before making a third run at it in another set of 45 minutes.
Yeah, that is a very true story there, and there are 5 items that are still left in play. The all-important power bracelet, which we know can't be in level 9, so it's either going to be in level 3, level 6, or level 7. The way this is shaping up so far, I'm thinking it's in level 7.
I'm thinking level 7 as well, but it could be any of those spots where you said you don't know what that item is yet. So any of those could possibly be it. And the fact that we have so many spots still that have to be located and checked for what their items are, we may see a few runners make that. And I'm not talking about just the restream runners. I mean, in general, we may see a few runners who make an attempt at those locations to hunt down those locations, get down all the information, and then do another run at that point to try and finish it in one go.
That's right, Cyclone. And there are 5 items left in play: the power bracelet, the wand, and 3 heart containers. Now, for all we know, for all I know, the heart containers, we may have already seen them, but we just flat out missed it.
Possible. Now, the one that they're really going to be looking for is the power bracelet. If we find that power bracelet fast on this run, a runner might go for it and try and do it all in one shot. But if we don't find it quickly on the second run, that's going to be what we're going to spend the time scavenging for. And when they find it, it could be like half an hour in at that point. They might just decide, you know what, that's good enough, I'm going to reset and go.
Absolutely. And again, you don't have to spend all 45 minutes to take knowledge of a seed, but you do have to reset after no more than 45 minutes of playing the exact same day. And Random Effect now going into level 5, I would imagine he's going to get his any key and the Triforce. No, he's looking for bombs.
Yep, he wants to check those remaining bomb holes and use them as for their weapon potential in some cases against Dodongos.
Right, you are there. So, we have seen it before. We've seen runners complete a Groundhog's Day seed in only 2 days. So, the potential is there. It's very difficult to do, but the potential is there.
And Agen used grabbing the any key very quickly this time around, so he's going to have that for going through all the doors.
Oh yeah, no question about it here. So 8gen wants to make sure that he is not key blocked for progression of any dungeons he has not checked yet. That was from day 1.
And this is the advantage of kind of the advantage, if you will, of a situation like this. We get to use the 45 minutes to find where everything is in the first go, and then you know where it is, and you can it's just a matter of routing at that point, routing exactly the fastest way to get the things that you need, which in this case is he wanted the any key to go through the locked doors. He's going to probably look for the bow very quickly. And he's going to be checking those locations he hasn't checked for the power bracelet. So things like that. Once you know a lot about the seed, it's just like a regular speed run at that point.
That is correct. And Fred seems to be committed to wanting to have the white sword for his combat.
Not a bad choice.
Not at all. And besides, it is in level 1, and we know that the bow is in level 1. So I agree with this play. I mean, it's right there. It's the white sword is on the way to the bow. Why not go get it?
I absolutely agree with that. And there's a heart on the floor. I think that was just appears as well that he can pick up if he decides he wants it as well.
Right. Again, the heart container, and looks like Random Effect has reset it again. So he wasn't happy about the start of that day for him. So he's already into day 3, as it were. Again, you're allowed to reset as early as you want. So Fred clearing off the bunnies, he will get his bow. Random Effect luckier this time with the farming of the bombs off of that blue moblin. He's got a 4-pack.
Unos is working his way through level 1 as well, so he's going to go get his bow. He didn't pick up the any key, though. He didn't route that in like 8-Jet.
He must feel that he's confident that he can beat the seed without the assistance of the magical key.
Or it could have just been a routing mistake and he didn't plan for that before going to level 1 to go through where he wanted to get the bow.
Could be Cyclone. And again, because we have reset everything, we're back to seeing the test of the emergency broadcast system because now they don't have the book.
Yep, it is all a test of the emergency broadcast system. Insert beep here.
Right. So Random Effect will get his candle on one of the Take Any caves.
Which is the test of the emergency burning system.
Right. Adaginos will pick up the Triforce here in level 5. So he's got 2 Triforces on his side of the board.
Based on that, I think he's making a run for it.
I agree, because he knows where the bow is. He probably has an idea of what he needs to get to the Silver Arrows, but the 64,000 rupee question is, where is the power bracelet, and how easy or hard is it to gain access to it?
And how long it takes him to find that may have a hand in deciding whether he makes it on this run or not. If he finds that only about 30 minutes in and still has to get a few Triforces, he may just do a quick reset at that point. But if he finds it in these next 5 minutes or so, he's probably going for it.
Absolutely. And Anaginos is now on level 7, a level that we really don't have much knowledge of in terms of the map. There's the Triforce here in level 7. So it's a fast Triforce. Now, unlike level 7 in vanilla, level 7 in shapes tends to be generally much smaller than the 33 rooms. Usually you don't see anything more than around 28, 29, 30 rooms for a level 7. Generally a smaller one.
And interestingly, the way that the level 7 and 8 work as well is they work off the same map. So you're going to see that whatever level 7 is, level 8 is the opposite generally.
Correct, with a few spots that are probably going to be missing. And Unos finds a heart container in level 8. That is a no-go for him. We had already seen that on a couple runner sides.
And Nathan going through the Lost Hills right now. So he's going to make his way up to the level 8 area.
By the way, Fred did a very nifty move called the Kananaki. What he did there is he had no keys to his name, so when you clear the last enemy in a room and you quickly go through a locked door after that, you could spend a key without having a key to your name. It's a very nifty trick.
So Ram Effect just picked up his first Triforce, number 2.
Yep, that is correct. It looks like Adaginos is trying to find the Triforce here in level 8. Because if he is making a run for it, he's got to feel that the power bracelet's not here.
Or he may have seen a second heart container that we didn't.
That's true. He has 4 heart containers. I wonder if there is a heart container on the ground.
And we have our ink blot for level 8 once again. We've already played name that ink blot with it, so we're not going to do that again.
Yep, it's a rerun of yesterday's episode. I've seen this one. I know how to collect my prize money.
Yeah, this is a rerun. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
And level 5 Dodongo. So Random Effect is going through level 5 right now.
To answer the question in chat, no, this is not a rerun of last night's Groundhog Day race. This is a brand new set of flags.
I mean, if it was a rerun, it'd feel kind of weird because I wasn't on that race last night, so...
Yeah, I wasn't on commentary for it, but I did get to see a good portion of it. So, again, I'm not going to spoil the results of who won and who lost. We're just going to find out here as Yunos is thinking about it. He's going to go ahead and take the transport staircase. Now, is this the one that's going to take it to the northeast? No, we had seen this one already.
Yeah, someone, I think it was 8gen, took that staircase.
Yeah, that's right. And
so Random Effect.
Yep.
We were going to say the same thing. Try getting his magic key from level 5.
I know, right? Great minds are thinking alike here tonight, Cyclone.
I think it's just a rerun again.
Right. Yuna's going to take down this Gliok here. He's down to 2 hearts. Again, losing a half a heart every time you get hit, but no problem there as Yuna's having some trouble using the boomerang to pick up that heart, but he does manage to pick it up.
Let's see if 8gen does go to that upper right corner. We have not seen that yet, and we have a good idea the Triforce is up.
Nope, it's not there.
Oh, it was not there. Oh, oops.
Nope, Triforce is there. Here is a heart container, and that's the other heart container. There are 2 heart containers in 8 because this is a different staircase. This is a different spot. Yeah, there are 2 heart containers in staircases. So the red ring has to be the floor item.
So just to answer a question in chat, there was a question of are the timers correct? Just to clarify that, and also for the benefit of anyone fast-forwarding on our VOD as well, what happened is that you get 45 minutes for each cycle. Now, 3 of our runners are resetting the timer for each cycle. Fred is not resetting his timer. He just kept the timer going for 43 minutes, and that means at 88 minutes he will have to reset again unless he chooses to do so sooner to start his third quote-unquote day. The other 3 runners are going just with a fresh 45 minutes.
Correct. So you're going to see some different times from all 4 of our runners because the rule is you can spend no more than 45 minutes on a given day, but you can certainly spend less than 45 minutes.
Random Effect picks up his level 5 compass and decides to just up an A and go back to the beginning and get it most likely through a game of Find That Bomb Hole.
Oh, absolutely, Cyclone. So, Yunos in level 1, now remember, I don't believe he knows about the white sword in level 1. I would imagine he knows about everything else.
Well, the first round of Find That Bomb Hole was a miss.
And Genos finds the first heart container that we had seen earlier, because again, the double block room has the first heart container. The corridor staircase has the second one.
So yes, we have confirmed there are 2 heart containers in level 8. And Fred is working his way through level 8 as well, as is 8gen.
And I'm getting the feeling that the level 3 and level 6, at least one of those has another heart container. Because according to my list, there are 2 heart containers left in play, as well as the power bracelet and the wand.
Yeah, it's possible for the wand to even be inside level 9. Either that or one of those 2 heart containers could be level 9 as well. But can you imagine if the wand is at level 9?
It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Me
We
neither.
do know the power bracelet can't be in 9 because 9 is power bracelet blocked. Right now we are down to I believe, and I'm just going to take a shot here. I am leaning towards the power bracelet being in 7.
I think so too. And Fred, by the way, just took a dirt nap to the Gleeok. But yeah, I agree that Power Bracelet is most likely in level 7, or what was the other level we're still missing time on? Level
3
5?
and 6. I am not sure about, but considering that I think 3 might have been full cleared, leads me to believe there's probably a heart container in 3. If we see 3 again or 6 again, I'll give it a better look, because we know what the staircase items are in levels 3 and 6, but we don't exactly know what the floor drop items are.
And those are the ones that are sometimes hard to find because sometimes they can appear just as you're already stepping on it.
Yep, exactly. In fact, the race that I called last week, that 2-second thriller, Jay Cober had picked up a heart container on his feet, so that is possible. Here's level 3 for random effects, so maybe we can get an idea here. But again, the red candle is the item. If he feels he can beat the seed in under 45 minutes, he may just pick up the Triforce and leave.
And meanwhile, Agent does get his 3rd Triforce as well, so he's still... He's at 18 minutes. I'm not sure if this is going to be his official go at this point because it seems like a really slow 3rd Triforce at this point. But again, looks can be deceiving.
Exactly. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and call it. I mean, I could be totally wrong about this Cyclone, but just on the fact that random effect picked up the Triforce and left definitely leads me to believe the power bracelet is not in level 3. There's no wand in level 3. I think it's a heart.
I think you might be right. He's going to get his recorder in level 4 right now. So, yeah, I'm going to go with you on it being a heart container. But we'll see one way or another later if that is the case.
Yep, so right.
Is Unos already resetting?
Unos is resetting. Yep, he's going to start a fresh day, which is perfectly legal.
Yep. Dawn of the 3rd day. 45 minutes remain.
Yep, that's correct. Fred picking up the Triforce here in level 8. He's currently got 3 on the board. The random effect has 4 on the board, just under the 12-minute mark, so it looks like he may be taking a shot here.
And it's interesting how the Triforces picked up are very, very different ones right now. We have 1, 2, 3... 5, 7, 8 all represented. 4 as well. 7 of the levels have been represented with Triforce pickups so far in this run.
Yeah, right you are there. Random effect working on 4 Triforce pieces as he picked up the one in level 4 just now. Now, again, these are our 4 featured runners for tonight. So, Random Effect Unos, Fred Coughlin, and Aginos are our 4 featured runners. But there are other runners in the field who are also participating in this race.
And any of those runners could end up coming on top in this race. We won't know until we see a finish in the channel. And we're going to try to not reveal too much of that, depending how close it is to when we see our finish.
Not until we see some of our other runners finish will we reveal some results. Fred Coughlin, you're going to go ahead and pick up the any key here in level 5. And Anaginos, yep, he's never going to get the white sword here in level 1. Now, again, we know that not finding the other item in level 1, it's going to be the right play, but we'll see what Anaginos decides to do about this. He's going to get the Triforce here, and he's going to be done with level 1.
And we know what all the items in level 1 are, so he has his bow. There's no reason for him to still be here. He didn't pick up his white sword, though, I don't think.
No, he never found the white sword.
Oh, man.
So there's one item still at large in level 1, and Adaginos, little does he know, and maybe he does know it, he would be taking a shot at the Gamblematic 9000 once he gets to level 9. And we know that the other item in level 1 is not the progression item he's looking for.
Correct. Uno's popping into level 2, so that's going to be his next stop. and going straight up.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go straight after the Triforce, and he's going to once again pick up Lord Banana. I think TGE would definitely approve of this seed today.
Yeah, the banana, you start out with a banana, you still get a banana, so...
Look at that screen scroll. That's something you would not see, but in an inverted, you can screen scroll to that raft spot without needing the raft.
Now, it is worth noting that if you were to do that in play, that would be considered a sequence break, if you will. You would be getting there without the logical means necessary to get there, which is the raft. So if you were to find something useful there, you'd have to remember that technically it is a sequence break.
Correct. And you would technically get a hint saying that the raft sail over the water to get so-and-so. Because one thing, Cyclone, we don't require our runners to have to do screen scrolls. We don't require our runners to have to do ladder clips or block clips or any of those fancy schmancy tricks. It helps, but it's not required ever to complete a seed.
That is absolutely correct. The reason for that is that we want everyone in the community able, or anyone coming to try a seed for the first time, to be able to complete it with as if they were new to the game, without any of the knowledge of any tricks or weird mechanics in the game. You can just wander around normally and complete the seed, and that's what we want anyone in the trying for the first time to be able to do. So all seeds are set up with that in mind.
Right, you are there. We have Fred and Adaginos both in level 6 right now. Adaginos knows about the book. Fred, we'll see if this is the transport staircase up. This is where the book was, so he'll go ahead and pick that up.
Now, this book can still be useful since we have concluded the silver arrows are in level 9. When they actually get to level 9, they're going to be looking for the senile old man in there who actually tells you where the silver arrows are in terms of what quadrant they're in. So, not to mention where the girl and where the pig are.
Absolutely right there, as Yunos gets his Triforce out of level 3, and he is done with that. Again, that just increases my suspicion that there is definitely a heart container there, because we would have seen a wand from some of these competitors if they would have found it. We know it's not the power bracelet. Adaginos not going to take the spiral staircase. That will take him to another part of level 6. Again, level 6 not segmented today. Level 7 for random effect. Again, we don't know much about level 7. We know about the raft, but we don't know what the second item is.
And we're suspicious the power bracelet is in here.
Yeah, we believe, just based on what we have seen so far, that the power bracelet is indeed in level 7, because we don't know really much about the seed. And yeah, random effect going to skip the Triforce, so we're finally going to get a taste of exploration here. And it looks like Fred Coughlin is going to play the pancake game here. Take down these 3 likes with his white sword. 5 rupees for random effect. Yunos here in level 4. And there's the Triforce in level 6 for Fred. He's got 5 on the board. He is down to about 20 minutes left in his second day.
Yeah, he has still about the 128 marker. Since he is working on a continuous clock, he did reset at 43 minutes. So add 45 minutes, you're at 1 hour, 28 minutes. So he has 20 minutes to complete the seed, or he'll have to give it another go from the beginning.
Correct. And again, I don't know if he's made any kind of play in level 7. And we got a Patra Wayne sighting here in level 7 on random effects side. And with the wood sword, it's a difficult fight. With the blue ring, you're going to lose 1 heart every time you get hit. But random effect making very quick work of the Patra, and he gets a fairy for his efforts.
And he also finds a bomb hole, so that's going to be useful.
Absolutely. We haven't found the map yet, as Yunos gets his Triforce out of level 4. He's currently got 3 on the board. Adaginos gets his 5th Triforce here in level 6. He currently has 5. And
another Patra.
Whoa, man, this is definitely the Patra level 7 here. And he's going to check the staircase. Could this be an item? No.
But he doesn't want to go back to the Patra, so he's going to go through.
I don't blame him. Let's see where it takes him. Well, it doesn't take him all that far.
And we just saw a hint on Fred's side a moment ago, Acromatus in the Lost Hills. Of course, we knew that already.
Yeah, that's not a hint that's going to help really anybody, because we're looking for hints about where that power bracelet is. Again, we have a strong feeling it's here in level 7. And Fred going to take this staircase. It's the transport staircase. He'll go ahead and take it also.
No hint, just exercise.
And here's the other of the 2 bomb upgrades, but random effect 23 rupees short, but Fred taking a death in level 7. Back to the start he goes.
And that will cost him.
Yeah, because he's down to about 18 minutes left, as we have a very laggy orange Dark Nut room, so I guess it's the orange lagoon, except we're missing our turrets.
Random effect. Go ahead.
Gonna take a shot here against these blue Dark Nuts. They do 1 heart of damage with the blue ring equipped, and they have 8 HP. Now, I believe we do not have enemy HP shuffle turned on for this race.
I have not been seeing a lot of changes, so no, I don't. I think you might be right on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we do not have that turned on. There's another key that Random Effect absolutely doesn't need. Yunos going to, I would presume, get his any key out of level 5, then grab that Triforce and get out of here.
And that's exactly what he seems to be doing. He got his any key, now he's going to go with the triangle.
Right, you are. Fred down to less than, just over 17 minutes left, and he's going to go ahead and go through the locked door, and the raft was the ground item. We have found the raft on Fred's side, but, Patcher Wayne takes him down. He'll have to go back to start. So, raft is in level 7, which was advertised, and it was the floor item. We have not found the staircase item. That's going to be the big one.
It was the staircase item we really wanted to know. We didn't need to know about the raft, and we don't even need the raft. So we're going to call that a whammy.
Absolutely. And here is the ink blot to level 7. Look at how linear this one is. Contestants, name that ink blot.
I'm trying to think what that is. I would say someone taking a dive, but,
Random Effect also picking up his raft there in the river room. So now he's looking for the staircase item. So I will say this much. If the power bracelet happens to not be in level 7, then we know it's going to be in 6.
Yeah, it's the only other place it can be. Assuming that we're right, and level 3 is a heart container in that one that we don't know.
Right, because again, I think we've seen some full clears of level 3. I think that if it would have been the wand, we would have seen runners use it.
Or the power bracelet, someone would have gone to get it.
Correct. Now, Random Effect is back in the Triforce room, and he was looking for a bomb hole, but there is no bomb hole to be found, so he's going to go ahead and take the door instead. So he's looking for the staircase. It could be behind this bomb hole to the west. Is there a staircase? No.
Yunos was about to go south in level 5 and actually was just about to do that and just got his compass in that room and stopped and turned around and, oh, wait, it's up here?
Interesting. Now, Anaginos is back into level 3. So he may not know about the second item here.
Now, it's something I'm noticing is that Yunos actually exited level 5 after he got that compass and knew where the Triforce was. Maybe he's not going for it this time.
Maybe he's not. And maybe Adaginos doesn't know about the second item. Maybe we don't know about the second item.
Now, this staircase, I don't know if we've seen this staircase
We
yet.
have. That's where the red candle is. Yep, red candle is here. Yeah, Adaginos is looking for the second item.
So he has not confirmed what the second item is in here, if this is a power bracelet.
Right.
He just dripped through a bomb at the door. It didn't open.
Yeah, nice try. Kind of reminds me of a coloring book I used to have of Super Mario Bros. 2, where one of the characters, I think it was Luigi, he used a bomb to open up a door. All right, so still looking for the second item, but random effect taking a death in level 7 next to that diamond staircase. He'll have to try again. Another key that Adaginos doesn't need. He'll bomb to the left here to go into this room, but it's going to be an old man.
Ooh.
Nothing doing.
He's left level 7.
Ooh, so Random Effect will not know about that second item, and again, if it's a power bracelet, he's in trouble. And it is a heart container. We now 100% can confirm that second item. We were right. It is the heart container.
And I was gonna say we won't know what level 7's second item is either because we still haven't seen it on any of our Forerunner.
Yeah, because I'm leaning towards a heart container in level 6. That's what I'm favoring at the moment, but not 100% sure. So we're getting down there, folks. We're down to 3 items. There's a heart container, there is a power bracelet, and there is a wand. We know that the power bracelet cannot be a 9, so we're down to 6 and 7.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which of those 3 items shows up in level 6 and level 7. That's going to tell us, obviously, which one is in level 9. We know the silver arrows are one of the 2 items in level 9, but we don't know what the other item is yet. And we know it can't be the power bracelet. It has to be either the wand or that heart container. So one of those will be in level 6 or 7. The other one will not be.
Now, Random Effect back into level 7. He'll check out this corridor staircase to, that is the transport staircase. That's where the Patra was.
He's not picking up the compass, interestingly. Maybe he knows where the Triforce is already.
Well, that could be. No, yeah, of course he knows where the Triforce is because you can't miss it.
Oh, okay, right.
Now, right now, he's just looking for the staircase item. That is what he's looking for at the moment. Same thing with Fred. Fred down to his last less than 12 minutes now for him.
Unos is going back to confirm how you get to the Triforce in level 5, so he's going through there right now. Probably left because maybe he didn't have bombs when he left before, and that might be why he left.
Could be. So it looks like this. Oh, and Patra Wayne saying no to Random Effect before he can have a chance to bomb that hole. That's a brutal room to have a Patra in.
Ouch. Yeah, the Patras, they want your attention.
Yes.
So he gets the bomb left here. Nice. And he's in the Triforce room. He's going to get the Triforce for level 5.
Tell you what, the power bracelet's behind that. If it's behind that Patra right there, that's one of the trolliest places to have it.
Especially in this kind of race.
Don't look now. Fred only needs one more Triforce piece to complete this seed.
Wow. He has 11 minutes to do it.
Or I'm sorry, not to complete. Yeah, I'm sorry, not to complete the seed, but to be eligible to go into level 9 rather. Except he needs the power bracelet.
We don't have the power bracelet. Yeah. He has 11 minutes to find the power bracelet, and this last Triforce, and we didn't even catch him getting those other Triforces, looks like, where Tracker was missing a couple there, too. So we weren't... we were missing 1 or 2 as well.
Yeah, for sure. So now Adaginos in level 7. This is his first real dip into this dungeon.
By the way, speaking of our Tracker, we do want to give a tremendous thanks to Jiggly Sane, who is tracking the race tonight as well. A lot to track a race as it is, but when you have to deal with the items being reset all the time, it gets to be a little chaotic in a way. So thanks for putting in the time tonight to do that.
Wait, Patra, now he could bomb to the left, but Random Effect's going to try and take him down. And he was able to kill the correct B to leave him stunned like this, so it's a free fight now. All he has to do is not get bombed, and Patra will be gone for good. Few more hits left to go, and he's gone. Nice job. Now, is this where our staircase is? Yes, it's got to be.
This has to be a staircase.
Oh, and it's triple the dongle blocked.
We're getting excited right now. We think this is the item. We're going to know everything probably right after this.
This is it. This is our item here in level 7. Is the power bracelet
what
here
is
in
it?
7? No!
It is a heart container!
It's in 6! What a troll! So the power bracelet is the ground item in 6. That means there is a heart container in 9. We have the full seed completed. So once Fred resets after his day 2, I'm going to give the full item recap at that point.
That's probably a good time to do it because he's about 9 minutes out, and I don't think he's going to find the power bracelet before he can even get to level 9. We don't even know where level 9 is yet.
Boy,
we just know the power bracelet locked.
Boy, I tell you what, Cyclone, we all got debated on that one. We were all confident that there was a power bracelet in level 7 because we thought maybe the heart container was a 4 item in level 6. We all got debated, but we now have the full list.
And it's nice to know that we're not going to have to go dig in level 7 that much. Like, we always make the joke in, or not really a joke, in the regular level shapes that level 7 is always the one level that people hate to have to dig. And in this particular seed, that proves to be the case even with the different shape, because it's still a really long linear level, just like the vanilla level 7 was.
By the way, I hate to stop you here, Cyclone. Yunos has found the power bracelet.
Nice. So that's going to be good information. What room was it in?
I didn't see what room it was in. All I know is that the tracker found it, so maybe the tracker could help us out in chat. We were having so much fun talking about how we all got debated that we missed it.
And there's the book that Random Effect is getting in on level 6. He's about 12 or 14 minutes out from the dawn of his 4th cycle.
Absolutely. So Yunos has. Wait just a minute. We have we unlit it in level 6. Okay. So he has not found the power bracelet yet in level 6. So we do apologize for that. Power bracelet.
So now we got debated by a misclick. That's good too.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, nice going, guys. You're playing the wrong tape.
You know, you're a rupee boss in a spiral staircase. Room.
Yep, that was one of the transport staircases here in level 6. Fred down to less than 7 minutes to go here on day 2.
Fred going through the hints right now. Step over the water, reach the book. Yeah, I know. And I think he's considering... Nope, he's moving. I thought he was considering a reset from Roman. I think he's aware that he won't finish the seed on this go. He's just trying to figure out what he still needs to get information on right now before he moves on. And I'm assuming he has not picked up the power bracelet in 6 himself, which means that he still doesn't know where that is, and he has the Triforce in 6.
You know what? Considering that none of our 4 feature runners have found the power bracelet yet, I'll take the field on this race. Well, who knows? Maybe everybody is struggling.
Yeah, maybe.
Now Yuno's going to clear this dark room here full of bubbles, bunnies, and keys. He's just going to leave the keys behind. Here's a room full of likes. He knows there's nothing doing there because there's a key swallowed by one of the likes here. Instead, Yunos is going to clear this dark room here, and he's looking for that floor drop, which we now know is the power bracelet. Wand is in 9.
Now we got 3 runners in level 6. They think they've all figured out that the power bracelet is in 6. We have a map. We have the Space Invader shape again.
Yep, we've seen the map quite a few times already so far in this race, but no one has unlocked the secret of trying to find the item that is on the ground. No one has found it, and it's in one of those 33 rooms of pure torture.
Thank you, Smash TV person. And notice that we have a 4x6 rectangle right there in the top left of the level as well. So it could be anywhere in that level. Like, this is a really, I want to say, very open level in terms of a whole bunch of rooms there. It's not linear at all. So once we find where it is, it's going to be a case of remembering what room it's in.
Wow, Scotty P in chat saying one daunting Cubert. You know, looking at it, kind of looks like Cubert with one of his legs stretched out. It kind of looks like he dislocated it a little bit. So I like that answer. Cubert? Yeah.
Or he's just dancing. I don't know.
Right. 26 rupees short is Yunos of picking up that secret as Adaginos finds the Jebaited Heart Container in level 7, so he's out of luck. He's down to his last 3 minutes and change. Fred Coughlin down to less than 4 minutes himself, and Adaginos might decide to hit the reset button here.
He's going to have to dig level 6 on his 3rd day, and I can guarantee he doesn't want to do that.
Random effect, he's down to his last 10 minutes on his... Technically, it's his 3rd day because he had a short reset on his 2nd day.
Correct. Now, if he keeps going to... we were just getting clarification on this on mid-go here, but I believe if he goes another 7 minutes... I'm estimating that a little bit because it's going to take us past the hour-and-a-half point. I think at that point he can reset and go from there to the end if he wishes to, because he'll be able to he'll be past the hour-and-a-half point technically, and he'll be able to continue on his 4th day at that point.
Right. So yeah, we are almost 90 minutes into the seed. None of our runners have found the 8 Triforce pieces, and none of them have found the power bracelet to gain access into level 9.
Yeah, I think Random Effect is going to play out the time, and then after he finds the power bracelet, play out the time, and then go for it from there.
Yeah, it's starting to look like that everybody is going to be into the Mercy Rule stage because, again, after 2 hours and 15 minutes, they're able to complete the rest of the seed without having to take any further resets.
And it could come down to a win on that roll today. We don't know yet.
This may have taken a turn. Do you suppose... Did you see that blue Goma in the southeastern corner of level 6? Do you suppose we are bow and arrow blocked out of our power bracelet?
Oh my goodness. That would be
gosh. Evil. That would be the TGE special, ladies and gentlemen.
Is he in here? Where is he?
He's here somewhere in spirit. I know that much.
He hasn't said anything in chat. He's got to be here somewhere.
Right. maybe he's watching it at the bar because I who knows? And in any event, we're down to less than. We got about a minute and a half left on Fred's side of the board before he's got to reset.
I didn't know they played Zelda Randomizer at the bar. That's an interesting bar.
Well, in any event, Adaginos only has a few seconds left before he's got to hit the reset button.
Well, Fred's in his last minute before he has to reset.
Oh, absolutely here. See, yep, he's down to his last minute. Adaginos is now out of time, so it's now time for day 3 on Adaginos' side, and once Fred Coughlin hits his reset button, we're going to give a full item recap. That's right, we have a full item recap of this seed coming up in just a moment.
Got it all. So Fred is trying desperately to find the last clue of where the bow is, or where the power bracelet is located, but he's not going to find it because if we are right and it's Goma locked, that's far away from here.
Absolutely, and none of our runners. And remember, wooden arrows cost 100 rupees to buy, the maximum price.
So they're gonna have to go looking for some secrets, and Fred has to reset now. And he is hitting retry. He has been following the time, so he is on his reset.
Yep, time is up for Fred Coughlin. Still has about 18 minutes left. Random effect down to less than 7 minutes. So this will be a good time now to give an item recap for this Groundhog Day seed. Level 1 has a white sword, a heart container, and a bow. Level 2 has the wooden boomerang and a heart container. Level 3 has a red candle and a heart container. Level 4 has the recorder and the magical boomerang. Level 5 has a heart container and an any key. Level 6 has the book, and we now know by process of elimination also has the power bracelet. Level 7 has the raft and a heart container. Level 8 has 2 heart containers and a red ring. Level 9, also by process of elimination and one hint, we know that the silver arrows and the wand are the 2 items in level 9. The Armo statue item was the ladder, and the ladder item on the coast and the white sword item were both heart containers.
And Fred started, I think I saw the clock at 1:28:34 when he started. So that's the start of his third day. He will have to do at least one more reset if he doesn't finish in 45 minutes, because we're not quite at the Mercy Rule section yet.
Yeah, Fred will be at the Mercy Rule on his next go-around. Spank into level 7. Again, we know the raft and a heart container is in level 7.
I have a feeling Fred might just spend the time going to get the bow and then trying to farm money for the Euro so he can look, if he even is aware that Goma is involved. But if he might just try and dig level 6 very quickly on this go, and then come upon the Goma and realize that's where it is, and then he'll just reset knowing that's where he has to go.
That's a good sound strategy there, Cyclone. We'll see if he decides to utilize that. Unos now into level 7. Random Effect has less than 5 minutes now. He's looking for that second item in level 6. We are becoming increasingly suspicious that it is Goma blocked.
And he's looking lost. And he just reset. I think he's going to start his... We are now at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Anyone resetting at this point will be able to finish the seed as is, because once we hit 2 hours and 15 minutes, we're at the point that you can just finish.
Yep, in fact, Random Effect is just ahead of that, so if Random Effect chooses, he can go ahead and finish the seed at will. I don't know if Random Effect knows that. Hopefully he's been keeping track of the time.
I suggested this might be something he does, and that he would be digging level 6 as much as he could in the time that he had left, and then I predicted he would actually reset at right after 1:30 passed, just so his fourth day could be continued to the end.
Yep, so we can now confirm Random Effect is no longer required to have to reset anymore. He can take as much time as he wants to finish up this seed. The other 3 runners will have to reset at least one more time.
And when he resets on his next go, which will be in the next 15 minutes, he will be on his final day as well. But Adaginos and Fred, starting at the exact times they did for their third cycle, they will need to do one more reset. But if they were to stop and reset now, they would literally be able to just go from that point.
No question about it here. So we're now in level 7 for Unos. Fred also in level 7. And he is going to get baited once he finds that there is no power bracelet here. Instead, it's just a heart container. Or no, he's just going for the Triforce. I don't know what Fred's going to be doing at this point. But Random Effect in level 2, he's just trying to get the Triforce here and be done with it. So there's one on the board for him.
In fact, I'm actually just taking a quick peek at the SRL channel. I can actually confirm exactly what I said, because I noticed one of our other racers, Jay Coper, put a dot time in chat about 17 seconds before 1 hour 30. And then Random Effect did the same thing 3 seconds after 1:30 passed, and that's when he reset. So he was aware of the time. He is doing this as his final round.
Yep, you better believe it. So now Random Effect can take as much time as he wants. He is no longer under the 45-minute rule. He is cleared of that.
So Unos is still digging level 7. I don't know if I'm not sure if he's digged level 6. I know he was in level 6. I don't know how much he dug level 6. Or whether he narrowed down to one room in level 6.
Right. So the question that everybody has on their chapped lips, Cyclone, is who is going to be the first to find that power bracelet?
And at this point, will that be what gives that person the win?
There's no question about it. I have to agree with you 100%, Cyclone. The way this is shaping up, the first player of our featured 4 to find the power bracelet, they're going to win this seed, at least amongst our 4 featured runners. Whether they're going to win overall, that remains to be seen.
But the question also in relation to that, you mentioned that the first to find the power bracelet. What if they all already have come to the conclusion that Goma is where it is? If they all have to come to that conclusion, then it becomes a matter of execution, figuring out how to also route in enough money to buy those really, really expensive sticks from the shop.
Oh, no doubt about
to fire from that bow.
No doubt about it. And of course, we still have level 9, which is the great equalizer by itself, which could still troll our runners even further. We could have one of the trolliest level 9s in town for all we know.
We got one of the trolliest Groundhog Day scenes we've seen.
It's like the actual Groundhog Day movie. How many times are they going to have to do it? How many times are they going to get slapped by that Patra?
Being asked in chat if only Random Effect and Uno saw the Gomo so far. Do you know if that is true?
I don't think I saw Fred find the Goma. I don't know about Adaginos.
Yeah, I don't think Fred did either, and I don't know if 8-Gen actually dug level 6, really.
The question is, yes, in about 11 and a half minutes, Unos will have to restart. But after that, he will no longer be restricted. He can take as much time as he wants after that. That
is correct. And that's the case for any runner who resets now. They will not have to reset again at that point. So it almost begs the question, why don't they all just reset now?
Well, that's up to the runners here. Because, yeah, Unos conceivably could reset right now. Again, Fred could, Adaginos could, but we'll see how they play this out as Adaginos gets his Triforce out of level 7.
So another question, chat. Knowing where everything is 45 minutes enough time to finish? I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah, because again, we have not seen level 9. And again, this is shapes. Level 9 could be segmented for all we know, and it could have anywhere between 50 and 60 rooms. And Adaginos making the play for the wood arrows. He may know something about it.
Yep, he has concluded. I think it's safe to say he has concluded where that power bracelet is, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be digging for that right now.
Oh, absolutely. No question about it here. Now Fred going into level 2. He'll pick up his Triforce, get out of there, and move on. Adaginos going into level 1. He's going to pick up his bow and Triforce, and one would think that he may make that play to level 6.
It would not surprise me in the least to get that out of the way now, just to make sure. And it's worth interesting to note that I don't think Unos has the bow right now. We don't have it marked for him on the tracker. Oh no, he does though, because he has arrows. He does have the bow.
That's right. So now we may get an indication if we have a Goma blocked power bracelet in level 6. So if he has the bow.
I missed the room he's in. Is it the in the very lower left?
Lower right.
Lower right, sorry.
Yes. And if he has the bow, I got to believe well, not necessarily, because he's only got 8 minutes left to go in the seat. I think he's just looking for the knowledge.
He just wants to confirm. He just wants to know for sure that's where it is.
Because I think once he finds the bow there, I bet you anything he's going to reset.
You mean the power bracelet? The croissant?
Right, exactly, yes.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Goma. We have to wait for it to open its eye because, it likes to sleep once in a while.
Yeah, it takes 3 hits to take down the blue Goma. There it is! Power bracelet! Goma required! Unos has the knowledge. Holy smokes! What a trolling Groundhog Day this has been.
Oh my, there it is. At this point, I think it is safe to say Unos is in what we call go mode. The problem is he's going to have to reset before he can actually go all in.
So right now he's going to look for level 9 before he makes that reset. That makes the most sense.
That makes sense to me. At the same time, he could just reset and then find level 9 once he has the power bracelet, whenever he can pass the power bracelet spot. There is that as well, because we know the next reset, he doesn't have to reset again.
That's correct. Unos has plenty of time to check all the power bracelet spots. Now, again, this is mixed first quest, so there may be more than just the 4 power bracelet spots. There it is, level 9 behind the fairy fountain power bracelet spot, and he is going to find out he can't do anything. DWD would have been this by now.
He probably wanted to see if it was a difference in the number of Triforces, but now he's confirming that it is 8 Triforces. He might not have known that.
Yep. So Unos,
you were going to take the same as I was. He is resetting. Unos is on his official run right now.
And yep, Unos now released from the time restriction. He can take as much time as he wants here to complete this seed. So right now, I'd say Unos is in the catbird seat amongst our 4 featured runners.
He is definitely in a leading position, but it's important to note that Random Effect, he may have an idea that that's where he needs to go. If he does have the idea that's where he needs to go, then technically he is in the lead because he already has 4 of his triangles 10 minutes into this run.
Good point. Of course, you never know what could happen in level 9. The great equalizer itself, as Adaginos will pick up a heart container and Unos will get his wood sword back. Fred will get his Triforce here out of level 3. No, he's looking for maybe he doesn't know about the second item.
It's possible.
And Random Effect will get his white sword back. He's going to get the bow as well, plus the Triforce, so he'll have 5 on the board.
I think Fred was digging level 7 on the second run. It was level 7 that was really testing him. So I want to know whether he finishes trying to dig level 3 and then decides, okay, that's it, I'll get my last reset now.
Right. That's a good point there, Cyclone. We'll see what Fred has in mind at this point. By the way, make sure you give all 4 of our featured runners tonight, Random Effect, Unos, Fred Coughlin, and Adaginos. Make sure you give them all a follow. And make sure you give my partner, myself, and our tracker, Jiggly Saint, follows as well. Doing a really good job keeping up with this race tonight.
Yes, they're all putting in good effort to go through this groundhoggish seed and playing by these very special rules, honor system rules, obviously, but to go... It's always fun to have a race like this where you have to recap what you did in a short time frame. It's always challenging to that aspect to have to do it that way, but they're doing a good effort at that to entertain all of us. So definitely give them some support.
Absolutely. So Unos now going to get his ladder here, and he's going to go ahead and make a mad dash for all of the levels. As Random Effect looks like he's going to be heading for level 6 right now, and with the bow, and I believe he's got the wooden arrows purchased, he will go ahead and get... No, he's an 8 now. Never mind.
Yeah, he's an 8. Unos, meanwhile, is making his way to a rupee pickup. 36 rupees there. I think he's trying to get the money to buy arrows right now.
So there's our red ring. Adaginos found it. It is a drop in next to the diamond staircase. So by picking that up, that's going to double his defense one more time. The damage taken will now be down to 1/4 of its base value. And as we kind of suspected, Cyclone, the red ring was in the northeastern 7-room section of that level 8.
It's worth noting as well that he's going to have to... I think he's going to have to reset again before too long, so if he doesn't finish in 45 minutes too, so he'll have to pick that up again if he still wants that.
I don't think he's going to pick it up again. I think he just... Nah. Again, Adaginos, his skills at playing Zelda Randomizer are good enough that he can go with just the blue ring.
Meanwhile, he played around to find that bomb hole, and I think he was at the end of that 7-room segment, so nothing was going to open up.
Right. As Fred gets the Triforce out of level 3, he now has 3 on the board. Random is en route to get his 6th Triforce, and he's got still plenty of time. No, he's released from the rule. Remember, he's got unlimited time now. He's the only runner at the moment, and Unos has reset, so Unos and Random Effect right now have unlimited time. Adaginos and Fred have their restrictions still.
Yes, once they reach the 45-minute at whenever they decide to reset, that's when they get released from the restriction, but they have to commit to a reset before they do that. The question is, are they actually going for it on this run, or is it better off at this point knowing that you're not at a going for it state to just get the reset in and not and save time on your official time at the end.
Right. Fred, at the 2 hour and 13-minute mark, will have to reset one more time, and then he will have unlimited time to complete the seed.
And that's literally 2 minutes out from the 2:15 mark where the resets are, so to speak, disabled.
Correct. And Fred gets the Triforce out of level 4 now, as Yunos is en route to getting the Triforce in level 4 himself.
Because Fred is now 4 Triforces in on this run, and it's being commented in chat by another of our community members, Darkphase, that Fred is going for it. It does look like he is indeed going for it. But he is still... I'm going to take that to mean he has a good idea that the bow has to be behind... Or not the bow, the power bracelet has to be behind the Goma, and that's why he's going for it, with the timing in mind.
Made the same mistake I just made, because we think of bows... We think of Gomas, we think of the bow. We don't think of power bracelet.
Exactly. Question in chat is, so if you reset early, does your total time get rounded up to that 45-minute restart time? No. You actually just get a fresh 45 minutes.
That's right. So Fred taking down this 3-headed Gliok here with the white sword and blue ring. It'll be much easier. He's just going to go ahead and faceplant his way to taking him down. Yep, good fight. Wonder how many times that's Yunos has picked up the Lord Banana today. This has to be some kind of record. So 3 of our 4 featured runners, Random Effect, Fred, and Adaginos, all in level 8 right now, as Yunos gets his Triforce out of level 2.
Jen working his way through level 8. Actually, 3 of our runners are in level 8, so they're all working their way through there right now.
Yep, that's right. Random Effect probably trying to figure out what the last item is here in level 8. Because he never found the red ring. Because remember, the red ring is a drop that's next to the diamond staircase in the northeast.
We also had a hint for that, and I don't think he ever picked up the book, so he never actually saw that hint either.
You're absolutely right there. I don't think Random Effect has ever found the book. I don't think he's really... Wow, you're absolutely right. I don't think he's ever found the book in level 6. He definitely has the least knowledge of that. He's in trouble.
The good news for him is he doesn't have to reset anymore. He has 6 of the triangles.
That's true.
So he's on a good pace, even if he did have to reset, but not knowing where that red ring is located in level 8, and where it's way up there in that 7 room segment up there. He's going to eat some time looking for that, so it's a good thing he doesn't have to reset again in that case.
And Fred finds that corridor staircase heart container. That's not going to help him out. Again, for those of you who may have just joined us, the item in level 8, there were 2 heart containers, both behind staircase. The third item on the floor was the red ring. In order to get to that red ring, you had to take a transport staircase.
And also for those joining us late, this is our, first of all, where have you been? Second of all, this is our Groundhog Day race, day after Groundhog Day in this case. Same idea as we had on another channel last night, except this is the same general kind of idea. You have 45 minutes to run a seed. If you don't finish in 45 minutes, you reset, you start again, you do it again, you have another 45 minutes. If you don't do it again, you reset, you have another 45 minutes. After that, once you get to 2 hours and 15 minutes into the race, you can just keep going until you finish it. There's no more resets required at that point.
Yep. At the moment, Random Effect and Yunos are restricted from the 45-minute time limit, so they have unlimited time to complete the seed. Fred and Adaginos will have to make one more reset before they're eligible to be having to not need to reset anymore themselves, as Random Effect does find the red ring here in level 8.
So at least he now knows that he doesn't have to be in level 8 anymore, and he saves and gets out of there. Just to note again, since Fred's the only one using continuous timer, and I actually like the fact that he's using a continuous timer because it tells us how long this has been going on, which is nice. But he restarted his game about 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 34 seconds, I believe. 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 34 seconds. I got my 34 mixed up. 1:28:34, so he will have to reset at about 2:13 and a half before he can start an official final run if he doesn't make it.
Tell you what, the way this is shaping up, Cyclone, I wonder if Unos is going to do a low percent run out of this. Well, almost. This would be literally be about as close to a low percent run as this could get, Cyclone. We know that Unos is one of the best low percent runners in the world.
Yes. And that's not easy to do as it is. So to do it on a rando.
Yeah, the only thing that's really stopping this from being a true low percent is the fact that he's got blue ring.
But he has to start with that, and that's why.
Exactly. There's no choice. Same thing with the wooden boomerang.
Yeah, we'll exclude that because of that.
Yeah. So now Unison level 1, he's going to get his bow. He doesn't need the white sword unless he wants it, but let's see what his mindset is. Nope, he wants it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? It's extra power.
Absolutely. So Fred, I believe, has his red ring. Yep, he just picked it up right now. Now, also another thing I want to point out, I know we haven't gotten really to level 9 yet. Because this is shapes, once we find the dark room, we know that's where Ganon is, or in Fred's case, Zelda.
Yeah, I don't even like to call it Zelda, it just looks really weird. But anyway, yeah, that's once we find a room that goes dark, we know that's where the fight is happening. So that's when we're going to be very excited about breakfast.
And Random Effect gets his Triforce out of level 6, so he's got one more Triforce piece left to get. He's going to go back into level 6. He knows he's got to get the power bracelet out of there.
So, knowing that we have to get the 100 rupee arrows just to get the power bracelet, I wonder if we're going to see a lot of bomb upgrades in these final runs. I'm going to guess no.
I agree with you completely, Cyclone. At this point, you know where everything is. It's just going to come down to level 9. So having to play the game of Find the Bomb Hole is not going to be as necessary as it would be at the start of the seed. So absolutely not. Again, this was a poverty seed. For those of you who just joined us, the secrets for tonight were 5 for the small, 36 for the medium, and a meager 56 for the large.
I find it interesting that Random Effect is not using the arrows on the Pole's voice.
Which leads me to believe he doesn't have them.
Maybe he didn't pick up the arrows yet, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't purchased the arrows, and I don't think he knows about the Goma.
Oh, he's not going to like this.
He's really not going to like this. Not at all. That blue Goma in the southeastern corner of this map has that power bracelet. Little does he know, he is going to be in for a heck of a time.
It's going to be a rude awakening.
Oh, very much indeed. Same thing with Adaginos, because he doesn't have the bow or arrows either. Now, of course, both Fred and Adaginos are in that restriction. Now, Adaginos is No, he does have the bow and arrow. We got to light it up. He does have it.
So just again for the people coming in late, we do have people joining in all the time, and for those joining us late, thank you for joining us. Nice to have you with us. We're being asked to get in chat why the timers are so far off in this seed, and other than saying because they want to be, which is the honest answer, they want to reset their timers for obvious reasons here. But the reason is because each cycle of the game is a 45-minute cycle. They reset their timer each time they get to a 45-minute cycle and reset the game. So that's why the timers are so far off. Fred is the only runner who is actually running the timer continuously. He's restarted the current run at about 1:28:34. He'll have to have another reset before he can go on to finish the seed if he doesn't finish in 45 minutes. Everyone else has been resetting their timer every time they restart the game. So that's why the timers are, in the case of the two runners on the right, 11 minutes off, and why Fred is an hour and a half ahead.
Now, while you were talking about that Cyclone, Adaginos did defeat the Blue Goma and pick up his power bracelet, so now he's going to defeat this last Pancake and get the Triforce piece, but now he's going to have to do another ladder clip to cross the river and get his Triforce, which he does. Yes, Pyromance, that is one thing that is missing with our Groundhog Day is Sonny and Cher's I Got You Babe, but I'm not singing it. And Cyclone already said no.
Yeah, I already told him no. Rick says yes, so if he wants to do that, that's entirely up to him.
Hey, that'd be another song that could be added to his greatest hits. Unos needs the Triforce out of levels 6 and 7. He still also needs... Now, if he's already gotten the bow out of level 1, if he's already gotten the Triforce, you would imagine. So, Random Effect does not know about the Blue Goma. He's not explored that part of level 6 yet.
And when he finds that Blue Goma, I expect rage.
And now... look at this. Fred Coughlin doesn't have the wood arrows, and now he's thinking to himself, oh no, am I a bow block? The good news for Fred is he does have enough money to purchase the wood arrows. He's sitting on 133. The price is 100.
And on his current run, based on when I mentioned that he reset, he is at 27 minutes into his run right now. He would have to reset one more time within 18 minutes. So the question will be, now that he has figured this out, knowing there are 18 minutes left in his current run, will he take the reset and just go from there, or will he try to play it out?
No, he's going to gamble. Because what I figure is he's going to find a wood arrow shop. He'll find a wood arrow shop, which is, I believe, right here. Yep. He'll purchase the arrows. He'll go back to level 6 to get his power bracelet and the Triforce. Then he'll make a dash to level 2. And he might have 7 to 10 minutes left to complete the seed at that point, which, if it's one of those jet level 9s, which you never know, he could still beat this. He still could beat the seed in time. It's a big risk, of course, because if he doesn't find the puzzle pieces in level 9, because remember, he still has to find the silver arrows that are in level 9. He has to find them. If he has to find all of it within roughly 7 to 10 minutes, this is going to be a tough one for Fred.
And he has to get to the girl and actually go past the fires, actually activate the ending cutscene before 45 minutes is up. If he does not do that, it's a reset.
That's right, it'll be null and void at this point. But Thalfon making a good point in chat right now. He's got to take a chance if he wants to beat Random Affecting Unos. He resets now, he's going to lose.
Yeah, definitely. If he was going to reset, he should have reset again after a couple minutes into the other run.
Precisely, yes.
This is where cutting into the 45 minutes and doing an actual reset sometimes can burn you. You might want to do a quick run to get some of the items, and then for the first 20-25 minutes to get some of the items, then do a fresh run trying to route in some of the things, and then do a third run trying to do it fast. If that doesn't work, then you can get to an hour and a half and you can reset one more time.
Another problem is Unos is turning on those afterburners right now. He just needs to get the Triforce and the Power Bracelet out of level 6, and he'll be able to go into level 9. Again, he knows where everything is, and now Adaginos is in level 9. I think he's got everything. He does!
Yeah,
he's in! He's got 15 minutes! He's got 15 minutes to find the silver arrows, the pig, and the princess.
Can he do it? He's going to have a lot more time than Fred does doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
Will he be able to do it?
So here we are, level 9. This is what we're looking for. We're going to be looking for a single shutter door room. If he clears the single shutter door room, unfortunately, that was not it. If he clears that room and that shutter door does not open, he has found the location to Zelda. And unfortunately, because he has no book, the hints are going to be out of play for Adaginos, and that's too bad because it could have. We're talking all helpful hints. There are no community hints here on this seed, so any hints that people are going to get out of level 9 are going to be full helpful hints, and those 4 hints of the 3 old men are as follows: where Ganon is, where Zelda is, and he takes a death. By the way, we have a very trolly level 9. It's a Wizrobe set. Wow. So
and now I would say that he is probably in panic mode, knowing he gambled this without guaranteeing the hour 31st.
Absolutely right. So the 4 hints again are where Ganon is, where Zelda is, what's guarding the compass, and where the silver arrows are. Other thing he's going to be listening for is a Ganon's roar. Here's the roar that Ganon is adjacent to where he currently is, one room south, north, east, or west of where he currently is. Of course, you got to have the silver arrows in order to kill the beast. Meanwhile, Yunos is going to get this Triforce here out of level 6. He has the power bracelet in hand, so he's going to have a lot of time to get everything in level 9. He's going to have more than 20 minutes.
So let's see if the cards line up for Adaginos and it turns into a very simple level 9, or whether in terms of the layout, or whether it ends up being one of those really awful layouts. Right now, he's pretty much explored a lot of the far right side, and he's going to work his way left and see what he can find on the left. As long as he keeps a good structured coverage, then he will have a good idea of somewhat where everything is here. If he leaves a lot of empty gaps before potentially having to reset, that could make it harder later.
Now Yunos into level 9, and look at this. This is something you rarely see in a randomizer. Yunos in level 9 with just 3 hearts, and he's going to he's going to be in for a surprise when he sees those Wizrobes.
And this is where he goes, no.
Well, this is where Yunos' skill is going to be put to the test.
It is. The good news is he does not have to reset at this point. That is the good news.
And that's why he has the driver's seat. Meanwhile, Fred is in level 9 right now, too, but he's only got about 12 minutes to complete the seed, as does Adaginos. They both have roughly the same amount of time left.
And Ramifex is the only runner who is not in level 9, but he is also still trying to get that croissant so he can actually get to level 9. And it looks like he still needs level 7 Triforce as well.
And he also still needs the wooden arrows, because as you can see, he would have taken him down with his 171 rupees. He has plenty of money to buy the wooden arrows at this point. So
he's heading down to that corner now. He's cleaning out rooms on his way. He's going to be very upset in about 2 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Fred Coughlin playing as the Gibdo sprite, so he is facing off against Zelda and trying to rescue Ganon. Adaginos, the normal Link sprite, will rescue Princess Zelda and defeat the beast Ganon. Now, look at this. This is a new flag, by the way. Manhandless in level 9. That's right, folks. Fred has done it again. Now, any enemy can be in level 9.
Yep. It doesn't have to be Gomez anymore. It can be anything. I mean, it doesn't have to be Patras anymore. It can be anything.
And here is the ink blot for level 9, and it is not segmented, but there's a lot of linear sections here, so contestants, one more time, name that ink blot.
That ink blot. Swiss cheese.
Yep, I got nothing else for that. And there we have an Aquamentus in level 9. It's a 54-room level 9. There were 10 blank spots, so you take 10 from 64. That's how you know how many rooms there are.
There was Gan's room, by the way. No pig home, though.
Yep, that's right. He was abducted, so he had to find another room. He finds the wand! That was not the item that Adaginos wanted to see, but he's going to go ahead and pick it up anyway. It's an extra weapon. So now he needs to find the other item staircase. It's going to have his silver arrows. Boy, look at the room Fred is in right now. A shutter door room with all these blue Wizrobes. Youch!
Speaking of Fred, we actually had Fred.
Ooh.
We had Fred calls in chat simply because Ganon's room was in level 9.
Oh, I wouldn't have said that, but I would have said that if Ganon would have been in Ganon's room, but instead he was by Pole's voices and a bunch of other riffraff.
For sure.
Fred's getting out of level 9 to refill his life.
So we're still looking for the pig. We still don't know where he is.
Right now, we don't know where anything is here in level 9. We do know where another manhandle is, and look out. Try to kill it the old-fashioned way. It's going to be 2 hits with the white sword for each pedal. Nice shot!
Nice, very nice. They got both heads at once there.
That's tough to do with the sword, but that was well played. The only disadvantage of doing that is, of course, you don't get your bombs.
Gen is now 8 minutes out from having to reset one more time. This was a gamble he took to try and complete it on this run without a reset, but he's going to have to reset again if he doesn't do it on this run.
And Yunos taking another death here in level 9, so back to the start he goes, and another manhandler behind that staircase for Fred. Now, random effect with the arrows in hand. He's got to get the arrows in hand. He doesn't have the bow or the arrows out of level 1, so random effect. Uh-oh.
Oh,
gotta
no.
do both. He does not have the bow. He does not have the bow.
Oh, no. He's not going to be happy.
Not at all. As Adaginos not going to take that staircase, and now Yunos, with only 3 hearts, this is where the health situation could really come into play for Yunos because of that room right there.
I'm sure he likes the initial challenge, but it's going to be a few deaths for him going through this.
Yeah, I don't care how good your caliber is. That's just a nasty room to combat blue Wizrobes.
Yeah, blue Wizrobes, anything is bad. The best he can do is to try to get the room down to where only one of them is left alive, and leave that one alive if you can.
Absolutely, because when you get rid of enemies in a room and you leave the room, that locks the room in place. But you got to be careful. If you full clear the room or you leave the dungeon, guess what? They respawn.
And you do it all over again.
Down to 7 minutes, less than 7 minutes for both Fred and Adaginos. It's not looking good for either runner. Neither have found the silver arrows. Nobody has found the path to the kidnapped. And Random Effect had gotten the Triforce out of level 1, but he forgot the bow. Trying for the bullseye here, but Yunos doesn't get it. Still not going to get a bullseye, so he's just going to pass the room. But he could get some bomb drops. He does get bomb drops from the orange Wizrobes here. And he finds the map. Fred and Adaginos down to 6 minutes now.
Actually, Fred, let me just check on. He started at 128. Yeah, they're both pretty close. 6 minutes.
Yeah, they're practically in sync. This is looking very dicey for both Adaginos and Fred. Yunos is in the catbird seat. I'm just calling it right now. I mean, he's got unlimited time to beat this. I mean, yes, he's only got 3 hearts, and yes, this is a Wizrobe dungeon, but knowing Yunos' skill, he is in the driver's seat at the moment.
Yunos is going to probably clear the room fully to make sure the door doesn't open. Or that door opens, rather.
Yeah, he's going to try to clear this room and see if this is, well, he's down to a heart. Ooh, there's a heart drop.
It doesn't open! That's Zelda!
He has found the path to Zelda's room, so that is 1/3 of the puzzle pieces solved for Yunos. Nice combat there in that blue Wizard room. There is Zelda. So Zelda losing the hide-and-seek contest tonight in Groundhog Day.
The one part of the equation has been solved. So we have found X. Now we need to find Y and Z.
Right you are there, Cyclone, and 4.5 minutes left. But look at this! Fred finds the silver arrows!
There is Y. Now we just need to find Z. Well, we found Z, so we need to find X. X is Ganon.
Yep. Now, we have heard some speculation in chat that some people think that Ganon has been found. Now, Fred also has the compass here in level 9, but there's no path.
That silver arrows was right above Zelda.
Yeah, but there's no path to get to Zelda's room because you can't bomb into Zelda's room. You can only get there via a shutter door.
That's right, but I was just saying the silver arrows were right above Zelda based on that map.
That's a very trolly spot, but Fred now down to 4 minutes. He's got to find Ganon and the path to Zelda's room if he wants to be a winner in this race.
That goes for both of our lower runners. They have to find it in 4 minutes, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's happening.
That's a tough sell. I mean, it really is. It's not that it can't be done, because, I mean, level 9 is the great equalizer for a reason. All it takes is one right or one wrong move to complete a seat ahead of your opponent.
He has to find Ganon, like, now, and if he doesn't find him now, there's probably going to be no time.
Right. As Random Effect gets his Triforce out of level 8, I'm assuming that is all a Triforce. No, he's missing 7. He's missing 7.
But he is released from the reset rule. We do know that.
And because of that...
Go ahead.
And because of that, Random Effect could pass both Fred and Adaginos.
Yeah, just... well... Yeah, he could pass both of them. That is absolutely correct, because he'll get to level 9 before Fred and Adaginos get back. Fred and Adaginos will have their respective knowledge, but Random Effect will be doing the level from scratch, but it's not going to take, I assume, half an hour for a runner of these runners' caliber to do that search.
Well, not at all. Oh, but Fred takes a death in that blue wizrobe room, and that might be all she wrote.
Ouch.
In fact, that is all she wrote. He is going to retry.
Fred is now released from the resets.
Tough break there. Adaginos not in much better shape. He has not found anything here in level 9. He's down to his last 2 minutes, and now he knows exactly where Zelda is because he's found the compass. Now, if he just would have went to the south, he would have found the silver arrows.
Oh, but we still don't know where Ganon is, so...
Now he's going.
At the same time.
No, he's not! Oh, man! Oh, Adaginos, you could have gained the knowledge about the silvers.
Well, he still has to find Ganon anyways. One way or another, he still has to look, but hopefully he finds the silvers before he ever finds Ganon.
Oh, I mean, I get it. He's not going to be able to complete the seed in time because he's only got $1.15 left, but he could have gained the knowledge, you see. Oh, but he may gain the knowledge now. He's got time. He's going to find him.
There it is. He found a bomb hole. That worked.
He
just has to get to the stair. He has a heart left. He has to get to the stair.
Oh, he's got time.
He got it.
He's got time. All right,
and he'll reset right now, I'm sure.
Yeah, because he's not going to have enough time to find Ganon. But he may just try with his last 45 seconds.
He's probably going to just try to find where Ganon is if he can. That way he can just one-shot the whole thing. So he's playing with bomb holes right now. He's got most of the level covered. We still haven't found Ganon in all that mess. Wow.
That is right. We speculate that someone has found Ganon, but a beam to the butt in that tough wizrobe room for Eunice. Another death for him. Back to start he goes.
And he has 15 seconds he has to reset.
That's right. So Adaginos trying to explore as much as he can before he has to reset that game. He's got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I have it.
2.
Your timer's a little behind. He's reset now. He has to reset now.
Yeah, time's up.
His time is up. He has to reset.
Why is he still going? Does he think he's released from the time restriction?
He must think he's released.
Ooh. I mean, I know this is not, like an official tournament race or anything like that, but ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon, brother! Looking for 8 hits, and we've got Bacon, But yeah, this is
this is technically not a qualified finish because he's over 45 minutes.
That's correct. This is a disqualified
And
run here.
yeah, if he finishes and tries to take this as a win, he's going to disqualify himself at this point. At least we know where he is now.
That's right, because he's over for the 45 minutes and under 2:15 overall. But high roll driver.
He took the death. He's probably going to look at the timer and he has to have looked at the timer and realized he's at 45 minutes now. But he's not checking. So maybe he's just gonna. My guess is he's gonna probably put in a forfeit, knowing he's already beat the seed, pretty much. But doesn't feel like doing it again. I'm guessing.
That could be. I mean, if that's the case, that may be the situation. So we'll find out what happens. But yes, Adaginos is officially disqualified because he did not reset after the 45 minutes were up, and he was still under the 2:15. In fact, we're about to hit 2:15 on Fred's side of the board in about 20 seconds. And another death for Yunos in level 9.
Sorry to cut you off. We were at 2 hours and 15 minutes. All runners now under 45 minutes on their clocks are released from reset.
That's correct. And Adaginos is going to he's got the stun lock in 4, 5, 6. Oh, but he lost the stun lock. 7 and 8. Oh, he took a high roll driver at the end, but we've got Bacon and the Triforce of Power. Adaginos, I guess for prosperity's sake, is going to try to complete the seed. Let
me just put in that he has gone ahead and put in a forfeit. He knows he's over his time, so he has put in a forfeit. So it won't qualify as a win. He is just going to finish the seed. He doesn't want to do it again, he says.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at this juncture of the game. I mean, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I mean, he may have some IRL things going on. He may have to wake up early the next morning. So I totally get that.
Yep. And he's not obviously he's not continuing on in the search for Zelda. I think he's already seen where Zelda is because he's explored most of the level. He has to know where Zelda is.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and don't forget he had the compass, so he already knew where everything was. So at this point, he's like, "Yeah, I know the secret to this seed, so I'm good."
He's just gonna sit there and eat his bacon.
Right, all you can eat. Why not? Bacon. Everybody loves bacon. So random effect now into level 9. Again, he was restricted from the time release, so now he's got to find these silver arrows. So he's looking for the silver arrows in order to defeat the beast.
So following Fred, he's now on his 3rd Triforce, and he knows he doesn't have to hang around level 3, so he's going to be out of there.
Absolutely. Now, random effect is going to, I would assume, refill his health. Yep, that's what he's doing right now. He's only going to have 5 hearts. And yes, make sure you do give Adaginos a follow. Even though he did forfeit from the race, he did play extremely well tonight.
Yeah, he was just a couple minutes over on the timer, and that is the reason why he ended up forfeiting. He just didn't want to see it again.
Yeah, no question about it. And this is definitely, I'm just going to put it on the record because of how this level 9 has been. This level 9 is definitely worthy of a great equalizer moniker.
It is. This one was one of those ones you had to look around for everything.
And not just that, the enemy set didn't help either.
Yeah, it was off. It's an awful enemy set, just as random effect just proved with another dirt nap.
Yep, another beam to the butt. So back to start he goes. Fred Coughlin trying to rebuild the dike here and get all of his items. Again, all of our runners are now released from the time limits, so all they have to do is just find everything and rescue the kidnapped, and they'll be completed with this seed. Badgio's pointing out he thought he reset after the 130, so unfortunately he just barely mistimed it. Again, very tough break because based on what we are seeing right now, I think Adaginos would have won.
Yeah, if not for that early reset, then he would have had a win there. I think that was actually his day 3 too. I don't think he actually did a day 4. I'm guessing.
Correct. Yep, that was actually his full day 3 right there because both Fred and Adaginos were going for full day 3 strats. So no day 3. It doesn't look like we have any full day 3 winners. So definitely a trolley Groundhog Day seed, that's for sure. I don't think Bill Murray would approve of it.
And Fred is still testing the emergency broadcast system.
That's almost as annoying as when Phil Connors keeps bumping into Ned Ryerson. Hey, Phil Connors! Ned! Boom! Punches him.
Yes.
Oh, man. Groundhog is just such a good movie here. Fred taking down this two-headed Gleeok here in level 8 so he can make further progression. Here's something you don't see very often. 4 shutter doors in the same room.
Yeah, that is very unusual. Interesting to see what order they open in as well. It seems the order that they open is just random useless trivia. Left, up, down, right.
And Yunos has just discovered the silver arrows and now knows he is so close to being in Zelda's room but can't access it from the north.
Yeah, 1 room away.
Now, for all we know, he may have found the direct path to Zelda's room, so now it's just a matter of killing the beast and getting into Zelda's room.
Looking at the screen that I have here, it looks like the compass is not pointing to Zelda's room, it's pointing to Ganon. Because look where Adaginos is on his map. He's in Ganon's room. It is that 4th one in the 5th row. That's where the red is on Yunos'.
Yeah, he's on the northernmost section of the E. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yep, Yunos knows where he is. And one more time, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon looking for 8 hits to take down the beast.
And a single silver arrow.
Oh,
and the dirt nap.
I guess Ganon has a thing for Marin, gave her a nice warm hug. That Hyrule driver is going to put Yunos back to start.
Oh, I'm being told I'm reading the map wrong. Okay, I guess, I see the dark dot. Rick is right on that. I'm reading the map wrong. Zelda is in that room and Ganon's way up there. Okay, my mistake.
Practically dead center. No worries there, Cyclone. I've misread maps many times, especially sometimes if a streamer's resolution, if it looks like really dark on their screen, I'm like, I can't tell, is that where they are or is that the compass spot?
Yeah, I think it's because it's not flashing anymore that threw me off. I just saw the 1 dot and I didn't notice the dark one.
Right you are there, Cyclone. As Fred purchases his wood arrows to get the power bracelet out of level 6. So right now, Random Effect finding the silver arrows in level 9, and it'll be the Ganon fight part 2 now for Yunos. Let's see if he does better. Let's see. Hopefully.
It's worth knowing that this was one of those teams with a 45-minute limit, and he's only getting the silver arrows at 52 minutes into this run. And this is knowing where everything was in the first 8 levels on this run. Well, almost everything. Yep. He had to find the croissant.
Yunos got the stun lock, and down goes Ganon. We've got more bacon. So now all Yunos has to do is backtrack to Zelda's room, and he will be our winner of the 4 featured runners.
But we'll find out in a moment whether he is actually the official winner of the race. We will find that out once he finishes.
That is correct. So Yunos zeroing in on it, and there's the shutter door automatically opening. So get your GGs out for Yunos. He is the first of our future runners to finish, and has actually not rescued Link or Zelda, but that would be the Chain Chomp in Bow Wow.
That actually makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Let me get the official Esther all time. Yunos finished with an official Esther all time of 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 23 seconds. That was second place. The winner of the race was Jay with a time of 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 17 seconds, about a minute and 6 seconds ahead. Jay Coper in first place.
Jay Coper snagging him by 66 seconds. Get your GGs out for Yunos.
Now get your GGs out for both of them. And again, Frataginos as well, who did put in a good run here on stream for us as well.
Absolutely, absolutely indeed. So, boy, I tell you what, if Yunos doesn't take that Hyrule driver, he wins this.
Yeah, that was what cost him the race there, I think.
Well, absolutely. And Jay Coper, who missed victory by 2 seconds last week, is not denied this week. He is our overall winner, but Yunos is our winner in terms of the 4 featured runners this week on Speed Gaming 2. There's the hint about the silver arrows, and look at where the hint is. It's below Zelda's room. That is so trolly Cyclone. The silver arrows to kill Ganon are one screen north of Zelda's room, and the hint about where the silver arrows are is one screen south.
Didn't I say something about the tiles lining up?
Yeah, tiles did line up indeed. So right now it's a battle between...
That wasn't exactly what I meant, but we'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you were right. You ended up being right. You were. Cyclone wasn't trying to be right, but you ended up being right. By the way, everything was in that column according to what Max Plus Pi put. You had Ganon in the E. Yep, Ganon was in the E. Compass was in the E. Silver Arrows was in the E. Zelda was in the E. Silver's hint was in the E. The only thing that wasn't in the E was the map.
Who cares? A map.
Yeah. It's like playing bingo all of a sudden. Everything was under the E.
Bingo.
Yes, we're going to check your card now to see if you actually have a bingo. All right, never mind. Let's move on. All right, so Random Effect looks like he's going to finish second amongst our featured runners unless, of course, trying to find Ganon and Zelda ends up being a big challenge here. Because, again, he's getting very close to where he needs to be to find Ganon. Now, we do have our featured racer here in the commentator's booth with us. Yunos, congratulations. Almost pulled off the victory overall. If you only wouldn't have taken that death to Ganon, you probably would have had it, but you played very well tonight.
I was so over it by the time, failing on the second day to, getting into 9, and then I didn't even have 8 Triforces. Having all the trouble in 9 even getting around and trying to find the silver arrows that I spent, how many minutes just suiciding in that spiral room?
And, ladies and gentlemen, here's
Ganon.
Well, he's got to be careful because Hyrule Driver will take him down to the count, but he's got a stun lock. One more hit left to go, and got him. Nice job. Random Effect takes down Ganon, gets the Triforce of Power. All he needs to do is find the path to get to Link's room, and he will be the second of our featured runners to finish.
Has he found Zelda yet? I actually don't recall.
There's only one way to get into Link's room, again, because Random Effect is playing as Zelda. He's looking for Link.
Yeah. I don't think he knows.
Found the path. No, he has not found the direct path to Link's room yet. There was only one way to get there, and that's tough.
Oh, is he going to find more bombs? Oh, my.
Yeah, he's out of bombs. Fred gets the Triforce out of level 5. He is putting the pedal to the metal here.
So we should probably go back to Yunos since he is with us. I'm going to assume that that was probably not the most fun seed for this format.
Well, it's a pretty good seed. When you play one of these, you have to balance out how much information you want to find out before you go for the final attempt, and I just really severely underestimated how much time I'd spend finding the power bracelet and then the silver arrows.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. That was the, I guess you could say, the absolute epitome worst location it could be in a level that was as big as that level was, level 6. And to stick it right in the lower right corner, and then as soon as you get there, oh, by the way, you're going to need to buy the bows, buy the arrows to be able to get that thing.
Not to mention that it was at its maximum price.
Yeah, that would be
yeah.
That would be rage-inducing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. 3 heart level 9. How many times? I know you are one of the greatest low percent runners in the world, Unos. But how many 3 heart level 9s do you think you've done in Randomizer?
Very few. I mean, sometimes it's you run over hearts you don't want, but when we did the Router's Relish Battle Royale, the one where it was similar to this, but we actually had an entire week to explore a seed before we raced it. I definitely did some 3 hard 9s in that, but for the most part, you just end up, you get hearts for safety, you get hearts to find the overworld item. So yeah, not many.
Yeah, but it's tough because ended up being a Wizrobe set. Red Ring was in a very difficult spot in level 8. It was the ground. You had to actually find the 7-room segment, find the transport staircase, and the Red Ring was right there in the northeastern section of that floor.
Yep, and the whale tail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred just took a death in level 6. I think he's on his way to get the croissant right now.
Yep, that and the Triforce, of course. Yep. Yeah, Adaginos ended up almost winning this seed, but unfortunately he ran out of time as he defeated Ganon.
Right, I guess he went over and decided that it was unfair to run over his time, but honestly, from what I've understood, he didn't really gain any information from that, so...
No.
I think he actually had most of the level mapped out. I think he ran out of time just before he went into Ganon's room.
You are correct.
I would have to go back and see it to be sure, but I think it was in that 46th minute he went into Ganon's room.
You are correct about that, Cyclone. Matter of fact, going back into level 9, and this is proven to be a little bit trickier than he was probably hoping because Fred Coughlin is gaining on him. Remember, he knows where the silver arrows are.
Mm-hmm. This can still go either way here.
Oh, absolutely. That's why level 9 is called the Great Equalizer. It is not over until that dot done is registered. But Fred does take down the blue Goma, so he gets his power bracelet back. So he just needs to get the Triforce out of that pancake room again in the tea room, and he'll just need to go back into level 8, and he can be going back into level 9. So again, it's a race, folks. Not over yet.
I'm trying to remember, because I know we saw at least multiple runners on stream digging level 7. Did you dig level 7 bit on your goes, you know?
Yeah, that was actually a real big mistake, because I knew exactly where the item room was in 6, where the power bracelet was, and I left 6 without, because I didn't have the arrows. I went and bought arrows and decided to go to 7 anyway, and I cleared most of 7 before I went back to 6.
Yeah, I think more of our runners on stream did the same thing, where they were most cleared, random effect taking another death, by the way, where most runners cleared level 7 before they went to digging level 6. And again, it was just such a big level and way down that corner that you can't blame a lot of runners for doing that, because level 7 was pretty linear.
Yeah, I had in my first go around, the Triforce room was 3 rooms into the level, which means if you don't need anything from it, it's a very quick level.
Yeah. So
digging it out was, it's a choice. When you have the item on the floor, it makes it more difficult to locate stuff. But in the situation where I was in, where it was either the floor item in 6, or, for my information, either the stairway or the floor item in 7. It turned out to be the stairway item in 7, but I don't even know if I found the stairway. But it's like it's one of those balancing. It's like, okay, it could be in 2 spots here, 1 spot there. Which one do you pick? Oops, I was wrong.
Yeah, we were actually both picking that it was going to be level 7 as well. So we actually thought it was going to be level 7. We knew it was either that or 6. We weren't sure about 3, but we suspected that we had seen 2 heart containers in 3 because you and someone else, I think it was Ram Effect, were both making a point of ignoring level 3 after picking up the Triforce. So we kind of suspected that had to be a heart container at that point. 2 of them, I mean. We came to that conclusion, and we figured it was either 6 or 7. We were going with 7, both of us. And literally, as soon as we saw the heart container, it was like, oh no, it's in 6! And then we were, okay, where could it be in 6? And we saw the Goma, it's like, no.
Excuse me, Cyclone. Actually, just 1 heart container and the red candle were in 3.
Oh, my mistake. Yeah, that was a quite an adventure to find that power bracelet just to open up level 9.
Yeah, there was in this flag set, the book is needed to unlock the hints. So once you find the book, you want to get in that 45-minute time period. Get yourself the money to check the overworld hints, and so we had the push block to a silver arrow hint all along, but that didn't really make it much easier when the power bracelet is so tough to find.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, Fred is now in level 9, and Random Effect is still trying to find where Zelda's room is located. So, what were you saying? What were you saying about the level 9 possibly Fred possibly taking over Random Effect?
It's a great equalizer because Random Effect has defeated Ganon for quite some time, but he may be getting closer. But no, he's been here already. This isn't it.
This is a real shame. I mean, he didn't. Random Effect on his map, it's shown that he has not gone left from Ganon's door, which is the stairway that goes straight to Zelda.
I wonder if it's the only... I don't think it's the only way to get there, though, because I swear we saw Zelda's...
Well, there's more than one way to get there, for sure. Yeah. Looks like Random's getting close now.
Well, it was all in column 4, we know that.
If you could take the stairway in that murder spiral, and then you kind of got to wrap around through the center teeth of the level and up. That's one way to get to Zelda as well.
Right you are on that.
It's so funny to see the both of them go through it.
It's actually interesting, too, because Random Effect, when he was playing out the around the hour 20 point, I had prophesized that he was probably going to... He was, at that point, I think he was digging level 6 at that point. I said he's probably going to wait until the hour 30 point, because he's on his 3rd cycle at this point. I suggest he's probably going to wait until the hour 30 point and wait until a few seconds after that, put in his last reset, and know that he's immune from resets at that point. And he did exactly that, because you saw him do the... dot time in chat to see where he was on the time, and then he reset.
Fred, back to his silver arrows, by the way.
Yep, he has the silver arrows again. So it's actually interesting to see these having the hard time with finding that Zelda right now. That's the one thing that's giving him trouble here.
Well, he may have potentially found the workaround here. He is just a couple of rooms away, but this could stop him in his tracks.
It does.
No bomb hole. There's no bomb hole.
And unfortunately, we do not have a winner on today's game. I'll find that bomb hole.
Nope, the producers won. Which would be
They don't
Ganon.
qualify. They don't qualify.
Oh, sure they do, because they're the one that doesn't have to give away the prize money to our contestants. I always jokingly say that on game shows that producers love it when contestants don't win because it saves on the budget.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. The not to go away from the race here, obviously, into random useless facts, but
Right.
the way that they work is that they have a budget for an entire season, and if a lot of that budget goes away early in the season, that's like, okay, we have to make the bonus round harder now to make it less likely people will win.
Exactly right. It's like that for any game show. I don't care which one it is. It's like that for any one of them. So, Fred cannot find the bomb hole. So, random effect, refilling his health again. So, I think Fred right now doesn't know where Zelda is. Remember, he's playing as a minion, but he's getting very close now. Getting very close.
He is definitely very close. He's found the...
he got the bullseye, but he does not get a bomb out of it. Instead, he gets a 5 rupee.
And hi, Riz Robes.
Now he's going to hear the roar of Zelda here.
I don't think that's the thing.
Sure, it's a thing. All right, so all he's got to do is go to this room to the north here, and ladies and gentlemen, here's Zelda, brother!
I see what you did there.
All right, looking for 8 hits, but a Zelda hug is going to cost him 2 hearts, but there's a stun lock. 5, 6, 7, 8. Down goes Zelda. We've got Royal Jelly, and the Gibdo there has got the Triforce of Wisdom. Now, all Fred has to do to complete this come-from-behind victory is find the path to Ganon. Remember, he's being Gibdo, so he's rescuing Ganon.
And keep in mind, he reset on his last 45-minute cycle at 2 hours and, I want to say 11, 12 minutes, something like that.
2:13.
Random Effect has been playing since 1:31, and he did not have to reset again. Fred is coming from behind and sniping Random Effect if he finds Zelda before Random Effect does.
Now remember what Yuno said. If he would have went one room to the west of Zelda, would have found the staircase that would have taken him to Ganon's room. There's got to be a workaround because we had seen. I think it was you, Yunos. We had seen you find the path to Zelda before you found the path to Ganon. So there is another way to get there, but how is the question?
Well, I did find Ganon first, and the stairway that I took that I first saw Zelda was the stairway left of Ganon.
Oh, was it? So you went around Ganon
right.
in order to find the staircase needed. So maybe that's the only way, potentially.
You can bomb up into that room as well that is right or left of Ganon. So
okay. Well, we'll see.
Fred is on the far right at this time, so he's still looking for the girl, it looks like.
Well, he's killed the girl. He's looking for the beast.
Oh yeah, he's looking for the beast. Yeah.
Random Effect's looking for the hero.
By the way, I will note that we did have another finisher in the channel. We have a Dig Shake coming in third place with a time of 2:37:30. Want to get that in there as well. So get your GGs for him. That was a few minutes ago.
Yeah, very impressive showing for Dig Shake tonight. That very brutal seed. So to finish in the bronze medal position, very nicely done there. Fred's going to try to bomb to the right. No. And he won't be able to bomb to the right here because guess what? It's a corridor staircase.
No bomb.
No bomb for you.
No bomb allowed. Back of the line.
Come back.
No soup. No soup
1 year. Come back 1 year. Oh my goodness gracious. So now what is Random Effect thinking, considering the cabbage he's in at the moment?
Random Effect is currently thinking, how?
I'm starting to think, Yunos, that this was a magical staircase to get to Zelda's room, or in Random Effect's case, Link, and I'm starting to believe it's the only way to get there.
Oh, but it's not. It's just the easiest way, but that murder spiral, the whiz robes, the
yes,
yeah,
because no one could get past that room.
Right. but it's also a little bit convoluted. You have to go through that stairway, then right, and then up through that vertical chute, and then you'll run into Zelda.
Oh, right you are. So Random Effect looks like that's what he is thinking right now. Is he's going to try to clear that room, but that's easier said than done. I mean, I know Random Effect. He's a sub 30 runner in this game, and he's one of the best Zelda randomizer runners out there. But I'm just saying, I don't care how good you are at this game. That room is brutal for anybody.
Every additional time they go through that room, it gets funnier because I was only doing it basically as a joke because I just losing my mind and I just gave up. I'm like, I've stolen the gopher, I'm driving over the cliff, and the cliff is that spiral room.
Well, cliff, it's more like a Grand Canyon of chasms.
It was
the cataclysm of pain.
It was a really tough, narrow opening, Now, we got randoms in the first stairway to the right. He's gone through it. And it was either bomb out of a room with 6 Wizrobes in it or get through that spiral with 8. That was the only ways to progress through 9.
Oh, man. It's just... We couldn't... I was telling Cyclone, this was definitely a TG-approved seed.
Is this that staircase?
Schadenfreude up the wazoo. And nope, that's not it.
No, that wasn't it. Okay. That one was close to where the other one went in.
Close, but no cigar.
And Random Effect has been here before. It's trying to bomb it again, still not going to bomb it. I want to talk Groundhog Days. What is this? The second or third time through this area?
Yeah, it does. It does feel like this is Groundhog Day for both. It seems like for them, there's no way this winter is ever going to end. Yeah, as long as Ganon keeps seeing a shadow, I don't see any way out of this. He's got to be stopped.
Here's how I look at this. Here's how I look at this. Random Effect is looking at this saying, there's no way. Fred is looking at this saying, there's a bug somewhere.
Right. I had to quote Groundhog Day there, because, like I said, I love that movie.
And just to explain for those coming in late, as we are getting near the end of our broadcast day, and some other channels are hosting into us now, I believe, on our family of networks. What we have is the runners were resetting their clock every time they got to 45 minutes. This was a Groundhog Day race, meaning that they had to go 45 minutes where they could try to get whatever information they could, or if they could, even finish the seed. If they didn't finish, they had to reset, do it again. And if they still couldn't do it, they would have to reset and do it again. If they still couldn't do it, they'd have to reset one more time, and then they'd be able to just finish. So what you're seeing right now is Random Effect well over 45 minutes, but at this point, he is now in that leeway where he can continue on to finish the seed. He's just been in this level 9 for literally the entire amount of time that Fred has been going on this run.
Yeah, both runners are struggling mightily to find the path to the kidnapped. Random Effect thinks he's close. We know he's not. And we think Fred is close, but we know he's not.
I think it is. I think the magical staircase is, as was noted, not only just probably the best way to get in there, because there's that 6-room segment. He just can't get in there. Oh,
can Fred get here from the south? I think he may have a shot. He may have a shot of getting here from the south. He may have found a workaround. If there's a door, he did! He found the workaround! And the great equalizer strikes again, ladies and gentlemen. Fred is going to come from all the way back, taken away from Random Effect. Holy Toledo, get your GGs out. Fred Coughlin rescues Ganon, and well done.
Oh boy, does a strike. He sees the staircase, he's like,
wow. And look who finds it right behind him. The LOZ snipe is real.
Let me cover the official SRL times. We have an official SRL time for Fred, for F. Coughlin, of 2:48:10. And a official SRL time for Random Effect of 2:48:30. Those were your 5th and 6th place finishers. Boletta sniped them by a couple more minutes at 2:46:58 for 4th
Wow.
place.
A difference, though, of 20 seconds, Cycle. Can you imagine if that was a head-to-head tournament race?
That would be exciting if that was a head-to-head tournament race.
Wow. Man, the Kidnapped doing what the Kidnapped does best, play hide and go seek and being the hide and seek champion. The only one who, I guess the only two that the hide and seek champion of the world couldn't beat were Jay Coper and Unos. Holy smokes. So, what a way to finish up our Groundhog's Day race here tonight on Speed Gaming 2 Cycle. And that finish was exciting.
Yeah, that was quite a finish. I'm just seeing if either of the two runners wants to join us here in the channel to chat about the seed.
Oh, right, absolutely.
That was quite a finish. Like, I'm actually kind of amazed that Fred pulled that comeback. That just tells you how confusing that level 9 was, how lost Random Effect got in that level 9, because I'm sure he saw the staircase. He's like, oh, that's how I was supposed to do it. So we'll see if they do want to join, to see if they do want to chat about it.
Oh, absolutely. But level 9 doing its thing one more time tonight. The comeback was real there for Fred Coughlin to take it away from Random Effect here in our featured 4. My goodness.
Okay, I'm getting confirmation from both runners that neither of them is going to actually join us. It turns out Fred needs to get some sleep, I guess is what he's saying. And Random Effect also just said no thanks in the channel, no need. I will note that a couple things he is saying. He thought he glitched away the white sword or something along those lines. Then noticed he loaded the wrong file at one point. Kept playing anyway since it only lost some time to redo levels 1 and 8. And obviously Power Race was the last time. We knew that because that was the hardest item to find.
Oh, absolutely. So with that, I think that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming 2 as we approach midnight here on the Central Time Zone. So I guess Groundhog Day is over here.
Well, before we wrap up, we will cover some things coming up on the schedule here. I'm just loading it up right now, but go ahead with any of your final thoughts you had about Seed while I do that.
Man, a very trolly Seed. Very, very difficult to beat within 3 days. I mean, no one did it within the 3-day cycle. It took at least 4 for everyone to complete. Just a brutal Seed in general. Now, in the morning, it looks like that at 8 o'clock in the morning, we are going to have a Donkey Kong 3 tournament race, as well as at 10 a.m. too.
That is correct.
That's going to be coming up.
Yep, that is correct. And looking into the afternoon as well. And I'm not going to cover all the different channels these are on. Those are on the main channel because they are our only morning events. But the other events across our entire family network, Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 5, are all in operation tomorrow. We have also on our French channel, we have something called Another Perspective. I'm actually not sure what that is, but it's an event on the French channel with French commentary. So you can certainly go down there to check that out, Speed Gaming Francais, FRANCAIS, if you're interested in that. Other events going on tomorrow, the Super Mario Odyssey Darker Side Tournament. I think they're in the final phases of their tournament, actually. And that's going to be followed by Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer on the same channel. That's Speed Gaming 2. Our main channel has a Link to the Past Randomizer Fall 2018 tournament race between Andy and Willard J. Bradley. That's about 5:30 tomorrow. And other events going on, besides more Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, there's some Portal 2. There's another Zelda 1 Randomizer going on tomorrow night. Looks like Random Effect and Adaginos, who are both on the restream tonight, are going to be playing in the All Boards No Swords Zelda 1 tournament. So that debuts tomorrow on Speed
That's
Gaming.
right. I'm looking forward to that. I know I will definitely be involved with commentary for some of those races, as well as Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. So yeah, a lot of good stuff on the Speed Gaming family of networks tomorrow. So if you enjoyed the Zelda Randomizer, 10 p.m. Eastern on Speed Gaming 4 is when it starts.
Yep, that's exactly where to find the first race. And for further races on that, well, Obviously, you can just type !schedule in chat or go to speedgaming.org/schedule. I don't know what the actual link for the schedules yet, but if you type schedule in chat during the race tomorrow on Speed Gaming 4, you'll get the link to that as well. And I'm going to find that for future commentary as well.
All right, so we're going to wrap things up here tonight on Speed Gaming 2, guys. I want to thank everyone for watching our weekly Zelda Randomizer showcase. Make sure you give all 4 of our runners, Random Effect Unos, Fred Coughlin, and Adginos, a follow. Please make sure you give both my commentary partner, Cyclone GU, and our tracker, Jiggly Saint, a follow as well as all of our Speed Gaming family of networks. We can't do it without you, so
and
that will do it for us.
Just to know, one of the runners, Unos, is under Unos XX as well. The others are as you see them on the screen.
Correct. So I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have yourselves a great week, and we will see you next Sunday for the next Zelda Randomizer Weekly Showcase. So long, everybody.
Have a great night, everyone, and happy Groundhog Day.